regional semifinal playoff football sees a pair of Cinderellas still dancing in Region 7, where underdog 14th-seeded Wooster continues their unlikely postseason journey against number 7 Green, fresh off an upset win over the number 2 seed. It's live and free Division II postseason action streaming right into the palm of your hands, wherever Facebook and YouTube can be found. And it's all on the way, coming up next.
Off one guy, works his way through the goal line, stretches out, and Grant Barrett is in.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Wooster, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Goodness, what a catch!
That's right, folks. Brian and Big Mike back together again for the first time since 2017, Mike.
Wow, man, that's incredible.
Great to be back in the booth with you, and we are here at Northwest High School in Canal Fulton for playoff football. Wooster and Green. It's about to be one heck of a showdown. Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Simonson Construction pregame. I, of course, am Brian Skronsky, joined by Mike Thompson tonight. A duo that spent many years together back in the heyday. Probably these two communities. Worcester might know us a little bit, Mike, but probably not Green. But back from the Mansfield TV station days, we called games together for, like 6-7 years in a row, nonstop,
so.
every single week. And here we are, man, teaming up once again for the playoffs. And let's talk about, our unlikely journey together here tonight and another unlikely journey. Two paths for these two teams, a bit unexpected. Both great programs that we have here, of course, the Generals and the Bulldogs, but they had to defy some odds to get here, just like me and you, Mike.
I would call it Cinderella, Brian, like we were talking earlier. The Wooster Generals were ranked 14th in the region coming into in Region 7, and the top 16 made the playoffs. So they had some serious upsets to get here. They traveled down to Olentangy, Berlin, the first week of the playoffs and defeated the number 3 seed, Olentangy. Then they went right back down to Columbus to Dublin Scioto and defeated them last Friday to get here today against Green. Both these teams finished third in their conferences. Green, I don't know if very many people know this, is in a very tough conference called the Federal League, and it's got super names of Ohio high school football. Canton-McKinley Bulldogs in the same conference as Green. Canton-Glen Oak, they had a down year. Massillon, just some huge powerhouse teams that Green is playing every year, and they finished third in their conference just like Worcester did. They were 7th in this region, and they upset North Canton Hoover to get here tonight against Worcester.
So two teams not expected to be in this position, but nonetheless they have gotten here. And certainly you look at Worcester and what they've been able to accomplish is 5-5 during the regular season, Mike. But if the shoe still fits, keep on wearing it. That's what they've done through 2 rounds of the playoffs. They've had to knock off a couple of teams by some tight margins. 23-20, they beat Olentangy Berlin, and then Dublin Scioto last week 20-10. They doubled them up, and I don't think too many people outside of that Worcester locker room really saw this coming.
Absolutely, that's just 2 huge upsets. People all over all the regions were talking about it. It's like, wow, Olentangy going down. They were one of the favorites down in the Columbus area. Now there's another one down there that if Worcester happens to win tonight, they might be facing a Big Walnut, or if not Big Walnut, they'll be Massillon, and we all know about Massillon. That is high school football in Ohio. So Worcester has got some confidence going at a perfect time. Their defense is playing better at the perfect time, and confidence is big in high school football.
Yeah, you mentioned the other semifinal going down tonight. That is over at Arlen Field in Mansfield, where the Massillon Tigers and the undefeated Big Walnut Eagles are tangoing. We've got Hayden Gray, boots on the ground out there for the OH Report. He's going to be putting up updates throughout the night on our Twitter account. So if you want to follow along for that game, you can certainly do that there. And then we, too, will have updates from Hayden right here on our live stream to keep you up to speed with what is happening out there. All right, Mike, let's talk about the game a little bit. Aerial displays should be on showcase tonight for each of these teams. Let's start with the Generals. First-year starter Drew Becker. He's a bit of a gunslinger. I would liken this guy to kind of a Brett Favre style, if you would.
Good point. Good. He's on close to 3,000 yards passing for the season. Just an awesome header with him. He's got wide receivers all over the place to throw the ball to when they run it, when they need to. But he has thrown a lot of interceptions to go with his touchdowns. But if he can keep that low tonight, it's going to be hard to stop this aerial attack from Worcester.
You're absolutely right. He's got the 20 TDs, but 18 times he's given it away through the air, so that's not a number that you like, and certainly from a senior, but he is a first-year starter. Right. He's starting to settle in nicely, playing some of his best ball here at the right time in the postseason. All right, on the other side, Trevor Van Horn, very similar stats, but he takes care of the ball a bit better, Mike.
Well, this is his 3rd year starting. That's the thing. He started as a sophomore. He had some injuries and stuff, but he is a leader on that field. You will see it. He has slingers everywhere to throw the ball to. They like to throw the ball a lot. As a matter of fact, in their roster, they don't even list a running back starting. They've got like 18 receivers on their starting team.
Right.
So he throws the ball. He also runs the ball. He's one of the leading rushers on the Green team. So Van Horn is the captain, and he will help lead that aerial attack weather permitting, we'll see what the weather can do against these two aerial attacks, but I think we're going to see a lot of throwing the ball tonight.
And regardless of weather, both student section's going to be lit. People are going to be going crazy bananas up there for their fellow classmates and what they can bring on the field tonight. And for you guys out there watching on our Facebook feed, go ahead, drop us a comment. You just might end up on our fan zone. So get the conversation going. Let us know where you're watching from. Who are you cheering on tonight? We want to hear from both sides. Get some debates going on in the chat room. That's always fun to look at throughout the night. And I do have my phone and my Facebook chat opened up, so drop me a line and I just might read it over air. And again, we got the fan zone too that will be coming up throughout the contest. All right, Mike, let's dive into the keys of the game. Let's begin with the Wooster Generals. This is presented by Simonson Construction. And for me, I'm going to go first, Mike. How about winning third down? They've done an excellent job of that so far through 2 games of the tournament. And then when it's gotten to fourth down, they've been able to get their team off the field too, get the ball back into the hands of Becker and the offense. They've got big playmakers on the perimeter. They've been able so far during the tournament to win third down, and it's gotten them to this point. I think they got to do it again.
I agree with that completely, and I want to add to that, the key to the game for Wooster is to keep it low. And what I'm talking about is turnovers. We mentioned the quarterback that he has 18 interceptions, so if they can keep the turnovers low, keep the ball in the hands of their own guys on offense, and maybe get a couple turnovers against Green, the confidence both these teams have for not, people not thinking of be here. The biggest deal to me is can you control that intensity and that momentum and not make turnovers, not make mistakes. And I think Wooster, if they can keep it low and not make mistakes, that can be a key to success tonight.
And Micah McKee, you see the numbers that he's put up. Only 5 times he's scored, but he's certainly the guy that they look to stretch the field. 6'5" is what he stands at. So he's a great target for Becker to look at. And then defensively, he's one of the safeties that comes up. He brings a nice physical mentality to the game, and he's not afraid to come up and pop you in the run game.
Well, Brian, let me tell you something else. He's also fast. I mean, he is faster than me at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Woo. And that is moving. I'm telling you that right now.
All right. Green's keys now, Mike. And as we dive into the Bulldogs here, for me, it's just all about the big plays. I think you need to come out here, demoralize Wooster. Let them know they're just a puny little 14 seed. Hey, it's been fun. You've been dancing so far, but this is our party now. This is our dance floor. We play in the big games around here, so we're going to have the explosive plays. We're going to snatch a little bit of your soul, and I think that's the best way to do it, not only offensively, but defensively too. Big plays can mean a takeaway. Certainly if you can score defensively, that is a game-changing type of attack right there. So for them, if they can have that on both sides of the field, get a couple of takeaways, have some explosive plays, I think that is their key to victory.
Oh, man, that just leads right into my key to success tonight. Like you said, a big play, because if you can get a turnover against the other team and score on it, or even get in good field position, totally game changer, like you just said. Keeping it clean. If they can not make the mistakes, not get the turnovers, and get the ball down the field, get it to their successful stars, their main guys that can get the yardage that they need, they can move down the field and they can score on this Wooster defense.
So those are our keys to the game for both sides, presented by Simonson Construction. And I would like to take a quick second and thank all of our fabulous sponsors that help us bring live and free video broadcast right into your eyeballs for playoff football, including Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Get a free quote online at whitakerwealth.com to start planning your future right now, folks. How about Simonson Construction? From concept to completion, they can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. ProTouch, vehicle protection. From steam cleaning to buffering and waxing, their team of professionals will take care of your ride inside out, located at 4653 Cleveland Road in Worcester. Arrow Accounting Company, moving your business forward. Book affordable services at arrowaccountingco.com. And finally, Silvestri Construction. You have a project in mind? Let them help you along the way to make it a reality. You can get a free estimate at silvestri.construction. So kind of some of our swag, how we're just OH.report.
There you go.
They took that whole .com out of there, just mix it clean. Please, please make sure that all these generous sponsors are businesses that you too would be willing to go out there and give your business to. Now step aside for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. One of the great parts of any sporting event, in my opinion, is when they play that national anthem. Everybody gets up, and it's kind of just a spiritual takeover, Mike, where everybody is just grateful for being a part of something as cool as sports. And how about high school sports, football, especially in the Buckeye State, the birthplace of this great sport. It all just comes together for
Friday night. Fun, food. Did I say food? Yeah, I said food.
Yeah.
Friends and football. That's what you got. This is Ohio high school football. This is great. Great to be part of this. And even the good old days when you said to bring the popcorn and watch these games live. Maybe we can do it again tonight.
Oh, that's right, Mike. Right when we get ready for kickoff, I think I will have a blast from the past. Used to actually take some popcorn and throw it at people back in the day.
That's some good times. Looking forward to this game. Been excited for it all week because these two teams, I tell you what, momentum is such a big thing in the playoffs, and they are just pumped, ready to go. I think we're going to have a good game tonight.
And real quick, Mike, I understand that you can give us a quick history lesson about this stadium here in Canal Fulton. Where exactly are we?
Well, Canal Fulton in Northwest. It's funny, Northwest is northwest corner of Summit County.
Okay.
But a good friend of mine, a good buddy of mine named Larry, I'll mention his name, said that the private donations from this area came to get a new field, a new stadium, and a new press box within the last 10 years. The turf is actually 10 years old now, so it's about due for a redone, but it still looks great. The press box is basically brand new, Brian. We are breaking this puppy in tonight, and there is a lot of us here tonight. And it just happens that they all got together with people in the area to donate. It was no taxes, no levies, and it was all private donations to take care of this and pay for this.
And you see us over here, we're waving somewhere in the back. Yeah, we're kind of crammed in like sardines. A lot of people, a lot of interest in this game, of course.
Yes.
To the big boys, Division II, Region 7.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. This is Northwest is actually a Division IV school. This is a Division IV field, and it's definitely in good enough shape for Division II, and it looks great.
So Wooster won the toss. They elected to defer, so they are going to kick it deep. Green will have the football first. And we'll get a chance to see this Bulldogs offense right from the tip. Trey Martin, their spotlight player, big-time playmaker for them. 13 times he scored on a receiving touchdown this year, 57 catches, almost 1,000 yards. So look forward to seeing what he brings to the table. And he's kind of their hammer at the end of games too, Big Mike, where they'll put him in the backfield. They'll run him like they did in their first week playoff victory against Marion Harding.
Might see his name mentioned in all Ohio come the end of the year, Brian.
So we are underway, and here are the Green Bulldogs starters. Trevor Van Horn, their senior quarterback. You're going to notice there's a lot of seniors out there, just one freshman. It's Antonio Martin. That is the younger brother of Trey, who I was just talking about. They've got a veteran offensive front. All seniors, too, Big Mike, in the trenches for the Bulldogs. That typically is a good sign. You got that continuity and some guys, some brothers that have grown up together. They want to fight for one another.
Yeah, that's right. And it's also got the whole community hungry. It's like this is our year, this is our season, because of all the experience from the seniors. They're being backed by the whole community of Green.
Van Horn offers up some directions for that offensive front. They're going to go to the air right away. They've got the throw down the far sideline and a completion. It's going to be a pickup of 7 yards. Starting lineups for the Generals defense tonight, and they have been playing exceptional so far in the tournament, Big Mike. Last week against Dublin Scioto, held them to just 10 points, 20 points in a big upset win over the number 3 seed Oliteji Berlin in their playoff opener. As quickly the Bulldogs come out, they get up to the line, and they don't go anywhere. Matter of fact, they're going to go backwards about a half yard.
Yeah, the rushing attack was not there on that play. We saw the pass take over and get a good gain on the first down and open it up just like we expected them to, but Wooster was definitely ready for that run.
Couple of guys to keep an eye on. I really like Drew Dossie, Zach Harpster, the 2 cornerbacks. They will bring them up into press sometimes, leave them out on an island. Rolling here near side, the throw. It's a bit underthrown, and it's going to be incomplete on an island. intended on the play for Trey Martin here near side. The throw, it's a bit. We're expecting to see the punt unit trot on. It's going to be 4th down. They need 3. But they're going to line up like they're going for it, Mike.
Yeah, with that passing attack. Wide open to that. Oh, nope, it's a punt.
So the quarterback,
he can do everything.
Gets a nice hop, too, inside of the 30, so it's going to work out of bounds right around the 25. So the Wooster offense going to trot out for the first time, and we'll get to see Drew Becker and company. Another team that they don't run it a ton, Mike.
No.
You'll see Greg Adams. He gets involved sometimes. They like to put it up through the air. Sometimes they'll throw it 40-plus throughout the night because they've got all those great playmakers on the outside. And then another offensive line full of veterans, all seniors, with the exception of a couple of juniors out there.
Greg Adams, the leading rusher for Wooster with 430 yards on the season. So they do mainly pass, as Becker has close to 3,000 yards passing.
He's back in the gun, looking over to the sideline, see if there's going to be some adjustments made. And they're going to roll with it. Becker looking left all the way. He's going to throw, and he's got a completion in the slot. Jackson Williams with the catch.
Just like almost a mirror of the start for Green's offense. You'll see a quick pass to the side, get some of those jitters done. Get that first completion. And you remember that as a wide receiver in high school, Brian. You want to get that first reception and get the jitters out. Get ready to play some football.
2nd down as the Generals quickly get up to the line of scrimmage. Zachary Harpster moves back into the slot.
Now Harpster will run the ball, too, for Wooster.
But instead they keep it on the ground. Decent hole and hard running. It's going to be just enough to move the sticks for the Generals.
Greg Adams. Good time to run the ball right there. Opening up the pass like it was going to be a pass, the little play action. And they get the run. Good run by Greg Adams to get the first down for Wooster.
And that's something they did not do a ton of so far during the season. Of their first downs on the year, Mike, almost 250 of them. Most of those coming via pass. That was their 52nd first down on a run.
Yep.
And you see why empty set here for Becker. Dogs bring the heat. They can't get there. The pass again connected with Williams.
Brian, I tell you, I'm old school, and running the ball was a big thing in high school when I was there. Seeing 4 wide on the right side in Worcester Generals High School is just still amazing to me. Now there's 4 wide on the left.
So it's another nice pickup on first down for the Generals.
2nd short, always a good advantage for the offense.
Again, heat comes from the Bulldogs. Looking deep is Becker. It's going to be just a bit too tall for McKee, and that's hard to do.
Oh, yeah.
Kid can leap.
Had 2 guys on him a little bit. He had an opening, but underneath him was number 14, Zach Harpster, wide open at the midfield 50-yard line. Just not seen by Becker. He was going for the big one for McKee.
And this is my key tonight, Mike. Winning on 3rd downs. We'll see if the Wooster offense can do it. First time tonight they're facing. Adams, the lone back. 2 receivers to each side for Becker. Looks middle, now swings it out. Juggling catch is made by Adams.
Oh, man.
Kept his feet, but not for long. Short pickup.
That was a darn good effort, though, because he started losing his balance at the 42, and he at the 40 ended up getting all the way to the 43, so it will be 4th down, though. Good effort, just a little bit short for the first down.
Punt unit is on for the Generals. And they'll kick it away. It's a decent punt, spiraling. Fair catch called for at the 25.
Oh.
Then Quinn Simmer gets out of the way. And
nice bounce for Wooster.
Yeah, worked out for the Generals pretty nice. He's going to have him backed up inside the 10.
I tell you what, it looks like the weather's doing really good out there. The wind was picking up, but it doesn't seem to be too bad, and so far no moisture that we can see. Or is it raining?
I think it's clear out there.
Man, I was looking for rain.
Definitely a chance of it, Big Mike.
That's why I was hoping it would hold off.
Van Horn fakes, going to keep it himself up the gut. Knocked down immediately in the backfield. No room that time. How about that pursuit right there by Caleb Lamb to get in, disrupt it before it had a chance to develop. And both of these teams running no-huddle offense, Mike, don't want the other side to be able to substitute.
There you go. That's a big success, and that's pretty impressive for high school football, too, because that takes a lot of discipline.
Throw over the middle, and a leaping catch is made by Simmer. It's going to be the first Bulldogs first down of the night, and it's a big catch.
So here's a little tidbit information about Mr. Simmer.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year, he had almost they thought was a ruptured spleen. He missed only 2 games, and he's back in action for Green. So hope you stay healthy there, young guy.
High school kids, they just get better.
Wow.
A lot faster than us standard folk. From the gun again. Looks like a quarterback call all the way. Trevor Van Horn with a good-looking run out across the 30, and he'll gain 9 on first down.
And finally, a successful running play for Green. That was their first success because Van Horn had been stopped twice already, and now he gets a good run there with a good blocking up front, too. I mean, there's a lot of room before anybody gets close to him. That's a good time to mix up the pass and the run for Green. They're going to have to do that the rest of the night, keep moving the ball.
Actually, it's going to go down as a gain of 10 as they move the chains. So 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left of Van Horn. Looking that way, going up top, and outshoots everybody.
Number 24 is Jack Shaw out there, the senior wide receiver that doesn't get a lot of attention because of Trey Martin, but that's when you want to use him, take advantage of him when everybody's keen on Trey Martin. Nice effort by Van Horn, just a little too much, well, 5 yards too much over the head of Shaw.
2nd and 10 now. Same empty set look that we've seen basically all night here for Trevor Van Horn. Goes over the middle, a lot of traffic, and it's picked off. Micah McKee has it right at midfield. Shimmy shakes his way through a couple of would-be tacklers inside of the 35.
First turnover of the game is an overthrow from Van Horn, and McKee was right there to pick it up. Outstanding job by the senior, but this one was almost right to him. And then he gets a good return back, gets it inside the Green territory. So let's see what they can do with the first turnover of the game.
Offense coming back on the field for the Generals. Micah McKee coming up with the biggest play so far of the game.
Will they try a deep pass, Brian, right off the bat? You know, sometimes you get the momentum. You want to try the deep pass right off the bat.
It's McKee split out up wide to the right. Oh. And they got a flea flicker looking for him. He's got a step. He's open, Mike. It's behind him, but I think Micah still made the catch. Actually got broken up last second.
Oh, I tell you what, that was the play. The pass was behind McKee, or it would have been successful. Green defenders able to get to him and knock the ball loose, so it's not a catch. But good call, almost good execution. The pass just a little bit underthrown for McKee to come back and give the defender time to get to it.
Looked like he had it until he went down to the ground.
Ugh.
That close to getting 1st and 10 at about the 5. Set it 2nd down from the 35. Generals need 10. Here's Becker throwing. Goes right back to McKee. Falls forward for an extra couple of yards. And he gets 8.
That's a good pass play there, McKee, because Green is keying on him now. They had 3 guys around him, and he was still able to make this catch. And for a good gain. They just had one guy behind him on number 3 in defense for Green. It's Trey Martin.
Catch number 60 on the year for Micah McKee. And they'll give it to him on the handoff this time. Across the 25, first down, the chain gang on the move.
Another running first down. Not too many, like you said, for Wooster. But McKee able to do it through the air, catching the ball, and now he's running it for a first down.
Showing that change of pace for the Generals, giving them a little bit different look. And again, looking to adjust the play call from the no huddle. 4 wide receivers to the left side. That's Drew Becker. Back to pass, quarterback keeper all the way, and he's going to get planted. Nowhere to run. Looked like he was right into the arms of C.J. Dawson.
And that's a big C.J. Dawson. Number 58, 6'3", 300 pounds. Oh, I tell you what, he's just a little growing guy still going up there. Wonder what mama fed him. But that was an excellent play by him because Becker had some room if he could have got away from Dawson. But that's just not going to happen when you're that big. Excellent stop for Green.
Following the sack brings up second down, about 11. Becker stands tall in the pocket, throws, tipped, almost intercepted. Lucky for Drew that wasn't his 19th of the year.
Oh, wow. Man, that was a close one, too. Not sure if it was just a little overthrown. Just good defense. Yeah, just too many people in the area. Not quite able to get to it.
So another third down. Generals picked up a couple earlier in the game, both on running plays. This time, looks like they're going to have to do it through the sky. Becker's got McKee across the middle, somehow fits it in there. He's going to be tackled well shy. Pickup of about 3 or 4. Defended nicely there by Trey Martin.
That's good defense for Green, keying on McKee. Didn't look like anybody else was open, but just try and see if maybe you can get it off to McKee, maybe make something out of it. But he comes up short and it'll still be 4th and long. 4th and 7.
Big play on both sides. Generals would love to get some points off the interception. Becker looking across the middle. It's tipped in and out of the hands. 2 Bulldogs were the closest players to have a chance at it.
Oh, wow. That's another one that could have been picked. Could have been the turnover for Green Bulldogs again. As number 15, Alex Neff got a hand on it, but not quite enough to pull it in.
Shaw tipped it right into the hands of Neff. So both of them had an opportunity to bring it in. Instead, falls to the ground, but still,
they get the ball anyway. Turnover.
Ends up with the offense.
Now we'll see if Green can respond after they had a turnover on the last offensive series.
Van Horn brings Simmer in motion. They're going to hand it to him. Wooster doing a phenomenal job of setting the edge and then cleaning up with the tackle, Caleb Lamb.
Green has only had one successful running play so far here going in the early goings of this game with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. But excellent defense. Look at the shooting the gas by the defense, number 2. Of course, that's our Micah McKee going in there and making a play on defense.
Van Horn throwing across the middle this time. Martin stopped. He led him in front. And the miscommunication is going to make this a 3rd down and long for the Bulldog offense.
Oh, man, that one could have been something right there. Because, oh, wow, he had room, Brian. He could have turned on the speed because he's got the speed.
Would have been a tight window to fit it through.
Game of inches. They call this game sometimes. Game of inches.
So they're going to have Martin isolated here on the near side. 4 wide receivers up to the left.
My buddy Doug Doherty talking to us on Facebook. he got to listen to all the times I'd brag about me and you going places.
And here we are back together again. Brian and Big Mike reunited after 4 years of not calling games together. And boy, how about some experiences we had back in the day, Big Mike?
Wow.
Covering Ohio State football down on the sidelines for a few seasons.
That was fantastic.
Great times. National championship season.
Yep. Had a great time at Shelby. I got to mention the bowl of bacon. I mean, come on. That just doesn't happen that often.
They took great care of us here
care of us.
tonight at Northwest. We got some sandwiches, we got some
subs,
chips and some cookies, but I've never seen a bowl of bacon anywhere else in my life, Mike, than the hospitality room that you were just referring to.
That was awesome.
Next level.
That's the way to make a cheeseburger. Start out with cheeseburger and a bowl of bacon.
That's a way to make just about anything better. Crumble up some of that on top. I defy you to find a meal that it will not improve the taste.
So far, Worcester defense doing what they need to do, keeping the ground game going slow for Green.
Can they win third down again? Van Horn, clean pocket this time, zips it across the middle, and it's caught. Trey Martin somehow comes away with it, turns on the Jets. Can he get away from everybody? He will, getting ghost. 79 yards to the zone. It looked
Trey
like
Martin.
It might be an interception. Harpster undercut it. Turns into a huge play for the Dogs.
Absolutely. Martin able to get his hands on it first is an incredible play, and then he showed his speed, that what he does the best. Look how close Harpster was to having that, and then Martin was gone, and he just ran right angle to get away from the two pursuers, takes it all the way to the house.
Great look at it right there on our Pro Touch replay. Getting squeaky clean on his way into the zone. BAT up, it is true. Makes it 7-zip, 3:08 to go here in the first quarter. The key to success tonight for me, explosive plays,
Big
Mike.
plays.
That one right there.
Yep, that's the first one of the game. Not counting the turnover. Worcester not able to do anything with it, and then Green responds with this and a huge pass play to Trey Martin. He's been doing it all year, and it's been fantastic seeing the young kid staying healthy and able to get out there and score another touchdown for Green. Making the community of Green happy here tonight, and they showed up, a lot of them here tonight.
And I see they're showing out in our Facebook chat, too. How about Karen says, let's go Bulldogs with some orange and black hearts. Go Bulldogs, so proud of this team. Hashtag all about the G, according to Eric. Dylan also says, go Dogs. Brian wants to know, can we have Kevin commentate next game? I don't know Kevin, but if I find one, I'll see if he wants to take my headset. And a guy named
Kevin?
Ace also cheering on the Bulldogs, so a very pro-green chat session. Kind of surprising. This is our first time having him this year. There's another one that comes in, all about the G. Must be a saying around Green, Mike.
Yes, it is.
Kick is taken from the 15-yard line. Jackson Williams on the return. Swarmed at the 26.
Now here's an important time for Worcester because you get a chance to answer this big drive that Green just had. And what do they do with the momentum? Can they get the momentum back at this time? It's a very important series for Worcester right here.
When that phone rings, Mike, you want to pick up that phone. You want to answer, buddy.
Answer.
That was just a big buzz on that last play that Martin sent over here.
Yep. What are they made out of?
Will anybody for the Generals take the call? Looks like Green, I mean, they're showing like they're trying to bring some heat, Mike. They've got one deep safety simmer in the middle of the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Big hole here to the near side for Adams. And he shows a burst, pushed out of bounds, but not until he gets beyond the 40. First down run here to kick off this drive.
Want to give some credit to Micah McKee, too, because he did an awesome job blocking on the outside. Wait and you see when Adams gets around the turn. McKee's doing a good block and gets it right there, holding on to three, not holding, but basically blocking him, keeping him away from Adams for another 5-6 yards.
From the 41 now, Becker and company. keeping Adams in as the lone back. High snap handled, and back-to-back run plays now for Gregory. And the 5'9 senior pushes forward for a gain of 2.
And that's the good game of coaches are playing chess right now. When the other team's expecting the pass, you throw in a run. And Trevor Van Horn, starting off good for Green, after making up for that interception, goes 3 of 7 for 100 yards for that touchdown pass to Martin.
79 of those all coming on that big touchdown play.
To Trey Martin. A lot of Green fans have heard that all year. Van Horn to Trey Martin.
Becker straight back, slings it, and just out of the reach there of Jackson Williams.
Well, I'm going to slide back into my defensive line mode, and the line of scrimmage right now is being taken over by Green's defensive line. They put a lot of pressure on Becker there, able to make him throw that a little soon, and I think it made it just a little off on the throw because of that. You get a little riled, as we can see, maybe some of us Ohio State fans out there know, if you get our quarterback riled, he's going to make some mistakes, and that's what works in every phase of every division, really, in high school football too. Get to the quarterback, put pressure on him, he'll make a mistake.
All the way up to the NFL, Big Mike.
Yep.
Pressure, bursts, pipes. 3rd down. Good protection this time. The coverage was great, though, intended for Carson Kolblentz. And that one, 2 feet too tall. How about the coverage from Simmer and company?
Definitely another rush throw, though. Becker seems to be lighting up and too much throwing it high. That's like at least 4 passes that has been incomplete and thrown high for Becker. Brings up 4th down.
Simmer back deep to catch this one at about his own 32-yard line. Low snap, decent kick here by Andrew Rader. As it takes another Wooster bounce like it did on his previous punt. And the 33 is where the ball comes to rest.
Not quite the answer you want when the other team just puts a big play up on you. And you got to be careful here, because if Green is able to do another big play, that's really going to hurt the confidence of the Generals.
So equally as important possession here for the Bulldog offense to come out and take a little piece of the Generals' heart and soul with you if you can take a 2-touchdown lead.
Still here in the first quarter. Got 1:53 left here in the first quarter.
They're going to sling it out near side, a couple of blocks setting up. I believe that's Neff with the catch. Actually, it's going to be Antonio Martin, the freshman.
Oh. All those seniors out there and the freshmen getting a big play. Gain of 7 yards on the pass play to the freshman.
He has been one of the favorite targets throughout the season of Trevor Van Horn, who's going to take off this time, and it's a wise decision. Big crease into enemy territory, down to the 43-yard line.
Almost a 15-yard gain for Van Horn. Just when it looked like Wooster had been stopping the run, he's able to break loose again and make a big gain. Another 1st down for the Bulldogs.
All set up by them hog mollies up front. You talked about it, Mike. Winning the trenches is so valuable.
Absolutely.
The senior veteran crew right now for the Dogs making it happen as they've got another pitch and catch to Martin again. And wow, how about this guy in the open field? Just a little bit different as he bursts back into the end zone, his 2nd explosive touchdown of the night.
Man, I tell you what, that is incredible. Seeing him take just an average play across the middle and turning it into a touchdown. That was Trey Martin after that catch, man. He broke a tackle, gets it all the way before anybody else can touch him. He is almost in the end zone. Just speed, fast, and quickness, things that I've never had, so I don't know what they are, but it looks great.
That's what they are, Mike. You just saw them all on display at once. The acceleration,
the finesse,
all of it. And so like that, it's a 2-score ball game with the Bulldogs chomping down a little bit here on the Generals. That man right there, number 3, doing it all. 43-yard pitch, and then just him doing the rest. being a special runner in the open field.
That's incredible to see that. Look at the speed that he's able to get away from the defenders, knows right where to go. That's just talent right there. That's just the way to do it. So 2 huge catches for Trey Martin, basically 120 yards on those 2 catches, and Green up 14-0 because of that.
On the other semifinal game going down tonight of interest, the Massillon Tigers have struck first. They lead 7-0 at the end of the first quarter over Big Walnut. So that will be the opponent of whoever wins this game taking on the winner of that one. And how about Massillon taking an early edge over a team that's 12-0 right now?
Yeah, well, Massillon is definitely no pushover either, so that's a heavyweight game going on down there. And whoever does win that game, guaranteed they better not overlook the winner of this game too, because Cinderella is not done dancing.
The number 7 versus the number 14 seed in this showdown. Taking on the hop here by Jackson Williams. Pack of Bulldogs come up to make the tackle. That's what you want to see from your special teams. Fly into the football.
Definitely see the momentum on the side of Green right now. They seem a little more pep in their step on both offense and defense. And we'll have to keep an eye on this line of scrimmage again, see if that defensive line is still going to be able to put more pressure on Becker.
Brings a man in motion. It's going to be Harpster. And how about Adams with the cutback? Looking to catch a block on the edge. Lowers some boom at about the 46-yard line. That's where he's forced out of bounds, but it's a 17-yard gain to open up the drive, just like they did last time, Mike. A big first down.
Absolutely. I tell you what, that's good for the momentum. That's good for the confidence when you go down 2 scores. Get a good run when they're expecting you to pass the ball. Another good block by McKee on the outside again, too, opening it up for Adams. Adams showing some speed there, getting the outside.
He's been their playmaker so far here tonight. Perhaps got to keep feeding the hot hand of Gregory Adams.
Go for it.
Here comes Harpster. Lead blocking this time was Adams, but they weren't able to block Matt Galemo. Came up, dropped him down for a loss.
Big time tackle by the linebacker for Green. Able to get in there and fill the spot and stop it, which looked like they had a lot of momentum going around there. 14 looked like he was doing good in open space, and then here come the linebacker to shut him down for hardly any gain at all in the play.
First-year coach Austin Holter appears to just want to run this out, so this is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. The Bulldogs on top from a pair of long touchdowns from Trey Martin. That's how they've got the lead. 14-zip heading into the second.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Two-touchdown cushion, courtesy of that man right there. Number 3, Trey Martin for the Green Bulldogs. Well over 100 yards receiving on just a couple of catches. He has been a game changer so far, but still a long way to go. Brian Skronsky, Big Mike Thompson with you. D2 Region 7 semifinals. The winner moving on to the championship game next Friday night. And it's Wooster with the football right at midfield as they keep it on the ground, but they've got a third down situation on the way, Mike.
I think I see a little bit of a pattern here with Wooster, and they're trying to think if they can keep the ball longer, run the ball, get a running game going, and maybe have success in that they can get points on the board running the ball. they don't have to worry about that deep threat pass of Van Horn to Martin when they're on the sidelines.
And if you can have success in the run game, it starts sucking up those linebackers. The middle might soften up a bit. Becker again brings a man in motion. It's Harpster, and they're going to throw it across the middle, batted down, broken up. Williams the intended target, but the defense was there from Luke Budziak.
Budziak is getting all over the place on this defense for the Bulldogs, man. Nice play there, defense. Just able to get his hand on there and get it knocked down.
Looked like the throw was just a shade behind Williams.
That's what I was thinking.
Otherwise, they might have been able to pick up the first. Set as Andrew Rader back out onto the field. And the senior punter standing at the 36. Good snap. Good looking punt. Fair catch called for and made at the 14-yard line, secured by Simmer. So the Bulldogs offense, I mean, they've been smoking hot here lately, Mike. Well, really just when they get it into the hands of them.
With the huge bang, huge big play that you called as the key to the success for Green. And that makes for a really good first quarter for Trey Martin and his stats. I tell you what, I'd take that for a ball game. Just imagine if he keeps that up, how many yards he's going to have in this game. See what the defense can do to stop number 3.
Definitely trying to put himself in the mix for the Arrows Accounting Company Player of the Game. He would get my vote so far. How about the pocket just collapsing, nothing doing from the jump. Caleb Lamb came through, blew it up. Never had a chance to start.
Yeah, it's good push in by the defensive line for Wooster, able to get some pressure in there. And I don't know if it was a designated quarterback run, but it didn't work out for anything. Loss of 4 on the play, as a matter of fact.
Van Horn this time brings Antonio Martin in motion. He rolls that way. He's going to throw to the outside. It's his older brother Trey with the catch. His third of the night.
Able to pick up about 6 or 7 yards on that, which is not bad for 2nd and 14. Make it a little bit more manageable.
Well below his average, though, 61, Mike.
Oh, that's
disappointing.
Totally brings that average down, doesn't it?
But it makes it a bit more manageable. Third down operation here for the Bulldog offense. And again, they're going to isolate Trey up top. He's the lone wide receiver, locked up with Micah McKee. Pressure's coming. Van Horn gets away from it. Wow, somehow able to split a couple of defenders and spun down at the 40-yard line. Huge gain, 23 yards on the third down scramble.
Man, there were some serious broken tackles on that by Van Horn. Excellent running. And number 20, Michael Howman-Williams, the leading tackler for Worcester, he usually doesn't miss like that. And that was an excellent job of shredding that tackle by Van Horn.
Typically the most sure tackler on the team.
Yes.
As the first down play comes quick, but doesn't go very far.
Micah McKee being able to get an ankle and bring him down for a short gain.
Second catch for the freshman Antonio Martin. He's had 3 different games this season where he's had double-digit receptions.
And that's amazing that we were talking about all the senior leadership on this team, and he is able to give that little boost of energy from the freshman side.
Van Horn comes near side, finds a little bit of space, and this time the sure tackling of Howman-Williams comes through.
Yeah, that's more like it with Howman-Williams. 157 tackles on the season coming into this game. By far the leader on the Worcester team, and that's what surprised me. He missed that tackle earlier, but able to grab this one and make it for a short gain to bring up a 3rd and long for the Bulldogs.
Two receivers to the left, 3 to the right of Van Horn, who throws it to the far sideline. Martin goes down, and he's going to haul it in.
Good catch. That was a tough throw. It was in a position tough to get at, away from the defenders, though, but it was a good catch. And some pressure by the Worcester defense on the throw. Whoa, nice grab by Trey Martin. He's not only just wheels, he's got hands.
Over 60 receptions now on the season. He's got 15 receiving touchdowns, as that one into heavy traffic, but hits the turf. Good
defensive play by Andrew Dawsey of Wooster. Almost had his hands on enough to pick it off, but incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10.
You never know. Sometimes you get a sneaky athlete on those offensive tackles. I won't comment on that. I didn't see them sprinting too much in the beginning.
Van Horn steps up, throws over the middle, and it's tipped last second, trying to get it to Martin. And again, there's Drew Dossey with the coverage.
Oh, man, that was an excellent play. Brian, if we see the replay on this one, this would have been another big play for Green. Excellent defense at the last moment. Excellent pocket protection for Green. Look at that. That was a good pass, too. Might have been a little underthrown, just enough for Dossey to get his hand on it, but that's good defense right there.
Did you see how Trey popped up so quickly off of his back? That's an underrated part of the replay. I know he didn't catch it, but just the athleticism to get up, no hands. Come on.
That's impressive. You don't see that every day. I did it once in the living room, but that doesn't count.
Little side shake, and the scramble is going to go for a gain of a couple. So it'll be a 4th down and 8 on the way for the Bulldog offense, and in enemy territory here at the 44. You imagine the offense.
Looks like they're going for it, Brian. 4th and 8. Although it could be another squib kick by Van Horn. Did that in the first quarter.
He goes with the hard count first. Now looking over at Coach Mark Geis. And it looks like he's back just far enough to...
There he goes.
Now he's going to punt it.
Look
the
out.
pressure comes at the Wooster Generals. Get a piece of it with Howman Williams blocking the punt.
Howman Williams.
Maybe just the momentum changer that they needed.
Absolutely. A big play there by Howman Williams. Way to know what was coming. Untouched. Come right through to block that punt. Excellent job by number 20. Nobody touched him. Just goes in there and knocks it down. Wooster ball. Could be a momentum changer right here, Brian.
Right through that C-gap, Mike. Yeah, untouched on the play. Just read it perfectly.
Yep.
Like an open magazine. Boom. Came right through.
Senior leadership by the Wooster Generals. Able to get him the ball back.
So on 1st down, play action, Becker zings it and into the hands of Neff, but he couldn't squeeze it.
And that is a lot. That's probably 6 passes overthrown by Becker here in the first half. Just seems like he's getting a little bit too much heat on it.
And we
Just
knew
needs
that.
to calm down those jitters a little bit, I think, Brian.
That's been the story on him this season. We talked about it in the pregame. He's thrown 19 picks on the season. So he'll give you a couple chances.
Yeah.
We'll keep it on the ground this time. Running left side goes Adams. Gain of 3.
That might not seem like much to the observer watching this on OH Reports, but when you can mix up the run and the pass just enough to make the defense guess, you're being successful there. You're getting it done. So this is only, a few yard gain, but next time it'll bring them up on 2nd down. The defense will be guessing a little bit. What are they going to do, throw it or run it?
So big 3rd down here for the Generals. And they're going to try the run game again. Adams kept the engine driving forward. He is marked down right at the sticks, Mike.
That was one heck of a run by Adams, and he get real close. Looks like they're going to measure something. It's close. I don't see him moving the chains yet, but I tell you what, a lot of it was Adams. Look at him just turning those legs, keeping those guys, the big guys of Green, kept moving them.
It's where Worcester's been finding success, and
now they give him a 1st down.
They will make that a successful 1st down conversion. The Green fans over here, they thought that it at least warranted getting a measurement.
Yeah, I would think so too, but they give him the 1st down. Maybe they just thought it was a good enough effort.
Definitely a gutsy play on 3rd down to keep it on the ground.
Getting that running game going is going to throw a little loop at the Green defense.
So it's a fresh set, same look. Not as good a result here. Tackled on the play by Max Scheibelhofer.
Excellent run by Scheibelhofer, able to fill that gap, get in there, make the tackle. gain of 1 on the play. Just when you think the Wooster running game is going, the Green defense steps up and puts a stop to it. Bulldogs said no.
Student sections had a lot to cheer about here tonight. Like the big Wooster trash can, too. Well done. This time it's going to be picked off. Becker overthrown a couple of different times. Alex Neff got his hands on it. This time he corrals it. Green with the big turnover.
Another one, big time. And again, an overthrow by Becker. Like you said, he's had success, a lot of yardage, but he also has a lot of interceptions. That's number 2 on the day for Decker. Now, what is Green going to do with that with a 14-point lead?
And you see he forced that one in there to McKee, a wide open wide receiver in the middle of the field, had nobody within about 5 yards of greenery around him, but wanted his top target, and it cost him. But the Generals play great first down defense as they come up, drop him for a loss.
Like a intentional run by Van Horn, the quarterback run, and it went absolutely nowhere. Wooster able to pick it up, and that's a good start after you give up the interception and make it 2nd and long to start on the defensive side for Wooster.
Over halfway through the second quarter. No points yet here in this frame. As Van Horn has to backtrack now, he feels the heat. He throws it, but right into the hands of the Generals. McKee goes up high and brings it in. Returning the favor.
First mistake by Van Horn through the air, but an excellent job by McKee. All 6'3" of him.
6'5", baby.
6'5". He got all of it up there. Man, excellent defense. Good protection to begin with, and then Van Horn had to scramble out and just threw it a little bit under where he was aiming. And McKee able to get it. Wooster with good field position.
That's exactly the prescription that a doctor would offer up to Wooster. Trailing by 14 after just giving it away for the second time. Go out there, get you a turnover of your own, and now they're set up in excellent position here at the 26-yard line to try to trim down this deficit. Becker takes off up the middle. Had some space, but it was an excellent open field tackle on the play.
Yep. Good defense by the Bulldogs because Becker looked like he was going to go for quite a while. Good call on his part to pull it down and run because it split wide for him. And they're going to bring him down, though, for a short game. Now let's see how he does after throwing that second interception, Brian. He needs to get a pass off, make it a good one, get some positive yardage, see what Green does, knowing that he's been shaken up with 2 interceptions now.
They've been double-teaming Micah McKee a bunch, which they've basically opponents been doing all season long. And Adams cannot get out of the backfield, dancing around.
Some very good speed showed by the whole Green defense there. Able to keep it just a short pass, and then he was able to go nowhere. A loss on that play, in credit to the Green defense.
Looks like Matt Galemo is spying right now on Becker. He forced that one back into the middle. And then it was Max Scheibelhofer who made the tackle. So it's 3-yard losses here on the first couple of plays on this drive, and a 2-touchdown lead over at Arlen Field in Mansfield for the Massillon Tigers.
Massillon Tigers. They're for real, too.
This time McKee's got the catch. Won't have the first down, but it's going to make a 4th down conversion
a lot shorter.
A lot more attainable here.
And that pass was excellent by Becker. This one was good after throwing 2 picks. Put it right in a tight pocket for McKee and able to get it in there. Brings up 4th and short. You would think they're going to go for it.
Looks like it's a short 3 yards, about 2.5. Could be an official timeout. Actually, it's going to be the Bulldogs who want to talk things over, Mike. So I'll take a quick second to thank tonight's high school football sponsors who very generous and help us bring it to you live and free, including Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Get a free quote online at whitakerwealth.com to start planning your future. Simonson Construction. From concept to completion, they can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. ProTouch. Vehicle protection. From steam cleaning to buffering and waxing, their team of professionals will take care of your ride inside and out. Located at 4653 Cleveland Road in Wooster. Arrow Accounting Company, moving your business forward. Book affordable services at arrowaccountingco.com. And Silvestri Construction, have a project in mind? Let them help you along the way to make it a reality. Get a free estimate at silvestri.construction.
We seem like we know what we're talking about with those keys to success at the beginning of this game, and they've really come to play here so far in this first half on both sides of the ball, and Green getting the upper hand so far.
And Wooster not winning on third downs right now, Mike, which is why they've got a big 4 up there on the down marker. Bulldogs going to bring the heat. Becker fills it, puts it up. What an adjustment, and the touchdown for Micah McKee, just out-athleting the competition there. It was Trey Martin in coverage, but the bigger body came through.
And you said it, exact words, the adjustment that McKee made to come back and get that ball was intelligent, because it was a bad throw only because Becker got hit as he was throwing it. Puts it in, and McKee was able to go get it. And let me get that frame right this time, 6'5". He needed all of it again. Gets the interception, and now he gets the touchdown for the Generals.
Looking like a basketball player on that one, going out, boxing for a rebound. Something that Micah does pretty darn well, too, when the Generals are going to get on the hardwood here soon. That one's booted up and through, and we've got a one-score game. So the answer that the Generals needed this time, they picked up the phone, Mike. They were on the other end.
It took them a while from picking up the phone after their second turnover, but excellent job by McKee. Definitely putting his name up there now for player of the game after that interception, and now he gets the first touchdown for Generals. Now let's see how Green handles that. How's the Bulldogs going to respond to that answer of the Wooster Generals?
Sometimes the wave of momentum, you can just keep riding it and taking it for a long time. So we'll see if it's really flipped in
Getting
favor.
a little shout out from my little cousin Megan D there, listening to her cousin, big cousin Mike on the TV there on the internet. Glad to see you're watching, Megan. Hope you're enjoying it. She's a Crestview alumni, by the way, so she's going to be rooting for the Cougars tomorrow night.
Oh, the Cougars, one of 3 live streams that we have on the docket for you folks tomorrow night.
Busy OH reports.
We will preview those games coming up in the second half tonight. And our producer agrees. We're on the road a lot, Mike. We see a lot of different places. The state of Ohio, there's not very many areas where our rubber of our cars has not traveled to. We see it all.
Well, I don't want to bring down anybody, but I'll probably be taking a nap. I'm at that age.
We'll get a nap, get rested up for a long night on the OH Report so you can watch 3 games at once,
yes.
buddy. We got you covered. With the kick traveling into the end zone, it's going to be Bulldogs ball from the 20-yard line. Through an interception last time they had the football in their own territory.
Green Bulldogs had to play North Canton Hoover in the regular season, and Hoover ended up winning the conference championship this year. They beat Green by 7 points. Well, then last week they met in the playoffs, and Green was able to upset them 14-10 for big victory for Green Bulldogs.
Conference rivals meeting in the postseason. Always tough to get 2 wins as McKee whips the younger Martin out of the field of play.
You know, I noticed something. This was a little bit, he threw him out of bounds, but nothing too savage. But I've noticed that the refs have not been throwing any penalties, letting them play some football. I sort of like that. That's good. But, I mean, you got to keep an eye on it. That one could have been called. I'm sort of glad to see no flag thrown. And so far, I don't think there has been any penalties here tonight, has there?
I don't think so. But I do know we've got 700 people all watching live and free together on our YouTube and Facebook, so make sure that you comment. Text back and forth with one another.
Hi,
let your fandom be known. As that's a good-looking throw and a catch by Jack Shaw. Put right on the money that time by Van Horn.
Good pass. Another one of those senior leaders there in the wide receiver group for Green. Able to move the ball, get another first down.
Harps are there on the coverage, brought him down immediately. And pretty immediate back to the line of scrimmage here for the Dogs offense. And they'll churn out 5 yards in the run game.
Quinn Zimmer getting a 5-yard gain on that carry. That's what the Green needs to do, mix it up like Wooster's been doing, get that running game going, and that'll confuse the defense. Nice little chess game going on here.
Not very often that they'll actually have a true running back in the backfield. As you see Van Horn, very lonely back there. Now the pressure coming from the backside. He's got to have to whip it up and out of bounds. Thrown away, I think, that time.
Well, he had some pressure. The pocket was good at first, but then finally Caleb Lamb was able to get in there and put pressure on him, and I think it made it enough to make the throw a little errant, a little too far out. But, yeah, he could have been thrown away because the pressure, he could feel it coming. And it was good coverage downfield, too, by the Generals.
And another big third down situation on the way here for Green. Generals would love to get the football back with just over 2 minutes, but the throw over the middle is right on time for Simmer.
Big gain. 23 yards, I'm going to say, estimating my amateur stats, and actually just what Green needed to do to keep the ball moving.
So the Generals brought the heat, the pocket, pretty clean though.
Yep, Simmer open in the middle.
Van Horn gets it to Martin this time. Wiggles his way out.
I don't know, Brian, but every time number 3 touches that ball, you're, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? He can make a 5-yard play into a 15-yard play, and it's just fun to watch. Another first down for the Bulldogs.
2 plays, 2 first downs on their last 2 snaps. Generals just bring 4, and it's a quick out. Martin with the grab.
And they're going to say it's incomplete.
Another look on the Pro Touch replay. He definitely got 2 feet in, but must not have held on possession-wise.
Maybe juggled it or something, perhaps. Couldn't really see, but anyway, brings up 2nd and 10.
Van Horn making some adjustments. Martin flanked out to the right. Now coming across the middle as the pressure comes that way. A flag finally thrown.
Oops. I think I jinxed him.
This in the area of holding.
That is. It's most obviously what you think. First penalty of the night right here. I sort of said something about that, and, well, it might open the floodgates. Let's hope not, but this will be holding against Green.
We're actually standing tonight behind the OHSA crew that keeps an eye on these officials, Mike. Mm-hmm. So no flags. I wonder if they like that, and they're like, hey,
makes
that's
their job easier.
Because they do go down at halftime, and they give some explanations about, hey, this is what we saw. So
be a good gig to have, Brian.
It certainly looks like it.
Get
Eat
some
snacks,
free
watch
food.
some football, and then
There
give
you
your
go.
opinion.
All right.
Man. Another completion for Van Horn. Extra yardage fought for by Shaw. Got a little bit of that penalty yardage back to the 39. But time dwindling.
Good effort by Shaw, too, because Howman Williams, he almost broke a tackle away from Howman Williams. We were talking about how good a leading tackler Williams was, but able to bring him down. Just a couple extra yardage after the catch. Yak.
Just a little bit of yak right there, Mike. Under 50 seconds to go. Bunch formation to the left. Van Horn goes across the middle. Big hit from the backside. Blew that one up.
Oh, number 7 for Wooster. Don't seem to have a number 7 on the roster, but man, I tell you what, he just nailed him and broke up that pass. It's good, clean defense, too. You got there right after the ball did and able to break it up. 4th and long now.
And it's going to force a punt. It looked like the Bulldogs were marching down, might get some extra points. Instead, the Generals defense, bend, don't break, and they're going to get the football back short on time and inside of their own 10. Probably just kneel on this one.
Yeah. I mean, you said it just right there. I felt the same thing. It's like Green had a good drive going. Looked like they were going to get some points off this drive, but then Wooster was able to tighten up and it stalled a little bit. The only penalty in the whole first half came on that drive, so it sort of slowed Green down. And now Wooster with the ball deep in their own end zone, their own territory, with only 27 seconds to go before the half.
And how about the Tigers going into the half? Could be on top 21-zip, Mike, over the undefeated top seed in Big Walnut. So the team with the most tradition, you could say, of any high school football program in the entire country, looking like they're going to be marching back to the regional finals.
Yeah, definitely looking at it.
And so the winner of this game probably will run into the Massillon Tigers. We've still got 2 more quarters to go as that kneel down will take us to the end of 2. Couple of big plays from Trey Martin, had the fireworks popping off over on the Green side early, but then Micah McKee coming up with some heroics of his own over on the side for the Generals. Interception and then caught their touchdown. That's how we've got to 14-7 here at the break. We'll step aside. We'll come back. We'll have some halftime stats for you guys. Take in both of the prep bands here tonight. And then an interview, I believe, with the Worcester Generals coach, Austin Holter, with our own Travis Berardi. So keep it here. The Simonson halftime is on the way in just a moment.
One guy works his way near the goal line, stretches out, and Grant Barrett is in.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Wooster, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Goodness, what a catch!
show concludes this evening with an up-tempo tune by the rock hit band Walk the Moon. Here is Shut Up and Dance.
It's the 2021 edition of the Green High School Bulldog Marching Band. Tonight is our end of the year playoff mix and match show with greatest hits of the Green Bulldog Marching Band 21-22 season show. We'll start tonight's performance with Faith. Last game, she broke the record for the number of students escorted to the restroom. Tonight, we give a shout out to Stacy's mom, the chaperone that's got it going on. Is still one of our favorites to play, and still this director's least favorite to say, Fat Bottom Girl. Bulldog marching band.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
You're watching the Division II Region 7 semifinals here in Canal Fulton at Northwest High School, where after 2 quarters of action, it's the Bulldogs of Green on top of the Wooster Generals 14-7. As we'll dive into the first half stats presented by Simonson Construction, and you see a whole lot more total yards on the side of the Bulldogs, but they've got the 2 giveaways, Mike, and the Generals able to capitalize on the second.
That's a big difference because as you look at those total yards, you're like, wow, man, Green should be dominating this game. And in all sense, on the field they are, just not on the scoreboard. So if they can use that momentum for the second half, that's looking good for the Bulldogs. But then again, they've just really used the big play to get their 2 scores.
Explosive plays in that first half from one Trey Martin. 5 catches, a $149. 2 times he entered into pay dirt, Mike. His first 2 catches actually of the night took him for 121 yards in those 2 touchdowns. So the explosive plays right now is what have the Bulldogs on top. But the Generals, they're fighting, they're playing some quality defense, and they too are making some big plays to try to keep this thing tight, which it is right now, a 1-score game with the 2 interceptions that they have.
That's right. That was a big turnover, especially the second one. Like you said, McKee was able to go up and get high and get that interception. Then just a few plays later makes the score in the end zone for the Generals' only score. And you see that they have 61 yards rushing, but that is able to keep it on the ground enough to keep Green guessing on what's coming on a pass-oriented team. Both teams pass-oriented. But if you can run the ball, if they can get more yardage on the ground, that can be successful for Wooster here in the second half.
Both offenses, they're kind of homogenous, Mike. They like to spread you out. They like to throw it, except for Adams is providing a little bit of relief right now for Becker in the backfield. He's got 9 carries for 60 of those 61 yards. So that's how they are keeping the Green defense on their toes just a little bit, is handing it off every now and again to their senior back, and he's done a decent job when he's had his name called. He's he's bounced out a couple of big first down gainers for the Generals.
And on the Green side, it's been basically Van Horn getting most of the yardage running. And of course, he's been sacked a couple times and stopped a couple times, but he's able to get some successful runs. They've also had a couple successful runs with Zimmer there towards the end of the second quarter. Maybe they can build on that to get their running game going, and that'll keep Wooster guessing more.
The winner of tonight gets to play the winner between Maslin and Big Walnut. That also at the half at Arlen Field and Mansfield. And the Tigers, man, they are prowling, feasting on Big Walnut, who has turned it over twice in the first half. Maslin has 3 rushing touchdowns. And this is a program, they're an independent, Mike. They get to play whoever they want, and boy, do they test themselves. Look at their schedule this year.
Yeah.
They're only 2 losses to D1 Powers. So this is a team could be primed for a deep run, and it potentially might be in the mix for a D2 championship.
Well, Wooster also knows all about Maslin because they played him in the regular season, and it wasn't even close. 31-0 victory for the Tigers. So Wooster knows what's come up ahead with them, with Maslin, if that happens to turn out that way. I also heard for you Green fans out there, you might be interested in this and keeping it in your conferences, that Canton McKinley is trailing St. Ed's 21-0 as well in their Division I regional semifinals that they're in. Canton McKinley putting a bunch of points up last week, and they're running into a tough one against Lakewood St. Ed's tonight.
I believe the Tigers been putting up a bunch of wins in that rivalry lately, won 5 in a row. I see the Facebook and the Twitter comments out there. Bulldog Nation been taking it on the chin a little bit. Look like they're taking it to the teeth tonight too, but not here in this game where the Green Bulldogs own a 14-7 advantage. Generals, though, going to get the football first here in the second half, Mike. Could be big for them if they can keep some momentum going. Last time they had it outside of that kneel down when they stopped the Bulldogs from getting a late score here. They did score on their previous drive on the short field, so we'll see if Becker and company can add on to that, kind of ride that wave a little bit and try to tie this baby up.
Yeah, I mean, momentum is so big in this sport, and it always switches around in high school football. So what can Wooster do with that late touchdown? And then, like you said, stopping Green, because Green could have really put a huge gap in it if they'd have been able to score there at the end of the first half.
Both these teams riding some 3-game win streaks into tonight, Mike, so they each had a little bit of momentum on their side. The Generals, a little bit more of an unlikely team to be in this situation, having to beat the likes of Olentangy Berlin and Dublin Scioto to get here, but holding their own so far through one half of play. And over these next couple of quarters, it's going to be fun to see how it shakes out. Do the Generals have what it takes to overcome an early 2-score deficit, come all the way from behind and get a win?
Some of Green's only losses this year, they were 7-3 in the regular season, was to Canton McKinley and by Massillon Jackson by 1 point. And that is, both of those schools are Division I schools. So that's a lot of computer points right there. Even though they lost, they could have got even more on those 2 losses. And, of course, their other loss was to North Canton Hoover, which they ended up getting back revenge style in the playoffs last Friday night. They were able to overcome and beat Hoover in the second round of the playoffs. In the first round of the playoffs, Green pretty much dismantled Marion Harding, 53-21 was the score in the first round for Green, and that was at their home field, of course, so took a little bit of advantage of that and really took care of Marion Harding early in that game. So not a tough one for them in the first week. Like Wooster, we were talking about Wooster, both their games were tight and tough, and were upsets. They were not supposed to win either one of those games. And then Green gets that same feeling last week. They were not supposed to beat Hoover, and they were able to come back and do it. That's the fun part about high school football, Brian. You never know what's going to happen.
Everything changes when you kick it off this time of year in the month of November. Just a little bit different feel and electricity to the air when it's playoff football.
Yep, and a lot of the community here for both Wooster and Green, it's a good showing, and I tell you what, that's always exciting when you can travel and support your team. Even if you don't have anybody, in the band, in the team, on the team itself, just go and support them.
And how about the size of the band out here for Green? We were told just shy of 200 members, 180, I believe, is what they trotted out onto the field here tonight, and they had a good sound, and one of the better marching bands in the state, Mike. Yeah,
really fun to watch for a Division II school, just big band. I mean, I've seen some big bands in Division I. That was a large one here in Division II.
So the Dogs getting set to kick it away here.
Here we go.
Micah McKee back deep to receive for the Generals, standing at about his own 8-yard line. This is Aiden Bowman, senior kicker. Got it teed up. Kick is going to be high, skied, takes a hop and comes to rest right at the 20. McKee gets it, and he is slung down basically right after he scooped up the football. Nowhere to go.
I don't know what the coaches are talking halftime for Wooster, but you gave up 2 big plays, but for the most part you were able to hold down Green and their offense and their explosive, except for those big 2 plays. So what do you do? I mean, you keep doing what you're doing. You try something different. It'll be interesting to see what happens here as they get the ball first here in the third quarter.
They had the better running attack of these 2 programs in the opening half. So they bring a man in motion, and they'll keep it on the ground. Cut back. Doesn't go very far. Shaw on the tackle. And Adams able to eke out about a yard.
Well, that might have answered the question of what Green talked about at halftime and how to stop the run, because that was definitely a successful beginning of that here in the second half.
Brian Skronsky back with Big Mike Thompson on the call here tonight.
Hello.
Happy to be bringing you live and free playoff football exclusively on the OH Report. The throw over the middle.
Wow.
Into harm's way yet again. Carson Kolblentz was the intended target, but we've seen this about 4 or 5 times a night.
Man.
Neff has got his hands on a lot of passes.
I'm telling you, that one should have been intercepted easily. That, like you said, probably the 4th time Green could have had an interception here off of Becker. He's just not getting it where he wants it to be for some reason. It seems like we've talked about that all first half. He's been that way all season.
Worcester's going to need about 8.5 here on 3rd down as Harpster goes left to right. And looking the other way for McKee. Got the catch. He was locked up one-on-one with Trey Martin. And keeping the pile moving is Micah McKee.
We've got a rugby scrum going now. Finally called, the whistle's blown, but good enough for a first down by McKee.
Good response for the Generals offense with a big throw from Becker. And that time McKee double covered again, and his quarterback didn't care. He is looking for Micah just about every time he drops back.
He's showing that he's the stud for that wide receiver crew of Wooster.
Micah split up top this time. And the throw this time intended for Harpster is going to draw a flag. Neff had a hand on his back.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. He was actually holding the receiver on that. We'll see if that is exactly what the call is.
Just the 2nd penalty of the night combined for both sides.
Yeah, very clean game, but yeah, you can see he had his hand on before the ball got there.
So the infraction goes against Alex Neff. The sophomore's had a great game tonight.
Yes.
Could be more of a game changer.
Yeah.
Could have already ended this
That's
drive
true.
with a pick. I counted him for 3 times in the first half. He got both of his hands on the football. And Adams, jump cut, but driven backwards. Boy, he just went mouth to mouth right there. And then just driven back about 3 yards.
Oh, man, I'm sure you guys all saw that, too, on the screen as I did. But he was moving in one direction. All of a sudden, he's moving in the other direction. That's the end of that play. Wow, that's some good defense by the Green Bulldogs right there.
Galemo again making a big pop in the hole. Adams comes out of the backfield, but the throw is deep and connected with Zach Harper.
Man, that one was a good throw by Becker. Right where you want it to be for Harpster to get the first down. There it is. Look at, both feet in. Excellent. Yardage is perfect. First down for the Generals. He's just not consistent enough throwing the ball, Becker. That one was right on the money, right where you wanted it.
Had several passes sell high on him on the first half. Fresh set, blitz comes for Green. Becker can't get away from it. The ball is loose. It looks like the Bulldogs have pounced on it, but the referee says that he blew it dead, and the Drew Becker was down before the football became available.
Well, this will be interesting that we have replay. We should be able to tell if he was down or not, because that was really close looking at it. Yeah, I believe he was. Looked like his knees were down, Brian, on that. I'll just take an amateur guess. I'm not Tony Romo here and tell you that's for sure what happened, but good call by the refs.
It was Jacob Breed who came flying off the edge. Submarine down low to knock the ball away from Becker. After the sack, 2nd and long. Drew gonna break away. Upended. Big tackle made by Quinn Simmer right at the 35.
And it's good to see Drew jump back up and be okay after he took a nice solid hit there, but that was a good run by his part. Good pressure by the Green Bulldogs, but they left an opening for the quarterback to get through and get some yardage back and make it a 3rd and long, but better than what it was.
Generals need 8 yards to pick up a fresh set of downs. The motion Harpster out of the backfield. They'll sling it to him. And he takes a stick from Luke Budziak. after a gain of a couple.
This is starting to turn into a physical ball game here. This is entertaining. Good catch by Harpster, trying to catch his balance, and then, that's it. I'm going the opposite direction again. Excellent tackle by Busniak and Green Bulldogs. Bending, but not breaking yet. Now it's 4th down. Let's see what Wooster does.
Line up with Greg Adams in the pistol. He's the deep back. Bulldogs showing blitz. They're going to bring it. Becker throws to the outside, and nobody anywhere around except for Harpster.
Not able to pull it in, though. And you can credit the defensive line for that, pressuring Becker to get rid of that ball just a little too soon, turning the ball over on downs.
Bulldogs defense comes through as the Generals opening possession here of half number 2 comes to a halt at the 32-yard line. Van Horn and company take over possession from there. Bring Simmer in motion. They're going to run behind him. Van Horn kept the feet moving, driving. And he's got enough for a first down.
And 7 of those yards, Brian, was after he'd been hit a couple times by Worcester Generals. He was able to get 7 yards after the initial hit. Not considered a yak, more like a rack. But, man, I tell you what, that Van Horn did not want to go down.
And who doesn't like a good rack, Mike? There's one on display right there, buddy. They go to the air this time, but it's off the fingertips. Martin, the freshman, can't haul it in. Keep it together, Mike. I'm talking about a rack of ribs.
Yes, I know. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But, man, they are tasty, aren't they?
Oh, my. That's why they don't call it that, apparently. So what can the Worcester defense do now? Bringing up 2nd and long for Green.
Leaving the middle of the field open on the defensive line and over the middle to Martin behind the defense. Wow, touchdown saving tip by Drew Dawsey.
Wow.
Just got a piece of it.
That was the 2nd time he's done that against Trey Martin, or Trey Martin would have 4 touchdowns tonight so far. Excellent defense at the last second. Look at that. Oh, that's just what you want for good defense, but awesome play by Green as well. Go after the big Trey Martin, get him going again with the big play.
Back-to-back incompletions bring up a 3rd down 10. Van Horn stands tall across the middle. Simmer can't haul it in.
Boy, that's a good effort on Zimmer's part. Not able to get it done. Brings up 4th and long for the Bulldogs. Looks like they're going to bring out their punting team.
See the frustration on Quinn's face. He knew he was the only guy who had a shot at it. Would have been a heck of an acrobatic grab.
Yeah, he gave it a great try. Not quite able to pull it in.
So after the big run to open up the drive by Van Horn, the cranked out about 12 yards. 3 straight incompletions and now a punt. It's a deep one.
Look at that golf shot. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, I think it just went in. Just into the end zone.
Oh, that punt was was ideal. Checking up like a 9-iron on the 5-yard line, and it kicks in, and then they accidentally slide in it too hard, too aggressive, gets it in the end zone.
You can get your 9-iron to check. I'm more of just like a lob wedge guy for that.
Yeah, but mine usually bounces off a tree, and then it checks fine when it does that. But that just reminded me that it was an excellent punt. Good job on the punt, but unfortunately not able to keep it out of the end zone.
The Green fans having a good time out there. You see the student section camoed out here tonight.
Yeah.
Just the day after Veterans Day, so we do salute all of you out there in the military that have served in any branch. Our hats come off to you. On 1st down, play action to Adams. Rolling out wide open in the flats. Harpster still running before he gets upended at the 35.
Now that was Yak. That was a good 10 yards after he got hit the first time. Was able to pull out and keep running. Some awesome moves by Harbster after the catch to avoid a tackle right there. Whoop, get away. I'm not done yet. And then he overturns that guy, gets another 5 yards. Oh, excellent job. First down, Wooster. This is anybody's game, buddy. Back and forth. This is exciting. Plenty of time here in the third quarter, 6.5 minutes.
Harbster motions and cross into the slot. Becker looking that way. And now he throws to him. Zach, back-to-back catches before he gets planted. Antonio Martin with a big stick.
Another nice grab by Harbster, man. That was looking good. And another first down for Wooster. This Harbster kid is 2 incredible catches and runs afterwards. Just keeping the drive going, getting the momentum building for the Generals.
First down, they'll give it to Adams this time. Tries the right side, spins away, but not from the second wave.
It's a good effort on the spin move, but looked to me like it would have hurt. Losing an ankle when you spin like that. Good call, though, to run the ball after 2 very successful passing plays. Try and mix it up a little bit. Unfortunately, it's only good for a yard.
Empty set here for Becker. He's got 4 receivers to the left. He's going to throw it deep that way, up top, and it's going to be picked off, underthrown, and into the arms of Luke Busdiak.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was one of those plays that Becker would like to have back. Didn't quite leave his hand right. It looked like it was underthrown from the beginning. Just wobbled a little bit, and Green able to capitalize and get the ball.
Did
Excellent
not
job
have
again.
The pro touch right here, Mike.
No.
As you see it on their replay.
Yeah, look at.
He could have thrown that an
Bizniak.
extra 15 yards.
Absolutely. Bizniak was definitely the closest one to it. Easy pick for him. And now the momentum goes back to the Bulldogs.
The intended target was Jackson Williams. Now from their own 12. Van Horn running near side. McKee comes through with a shoulder tackle.
6'5", but look at the speed. Van Horn looked like he had plenty of room to go, and then McKee gets up there and stops him. Cuts it down for a short gain on the play. We're seeing some of the athletes that have led both these teams making some big plays here in the second half already.
That's what you expect at this time of year. Regional semifinals. The Stars need to shine brightest now. Five wide for Van Horn. No surprise. He's got a Martin. Look at the moves down the sideline. Stepped out of bounds.
Apparently. That was fun watching those moves, man. Good move right there. Get from the 15 to the 20. Oh, he might have stepped out there or he'd still be going. Excellent job by Trey Martin.
Marked out of bounds right where he needed to be to pick up the first.
Man, he's got good balance, Brian, to be able to do stuff like that as much finesse as he has. Here we go again.
Yeah, got the catch again.
Look
Shaking
at
off
this.
tacklers, keeping his feet, pushed out of bounds. But I think proving a point by not going down, Mike, as there is a Wooster player down over on the sideline.
I see that.
It's Anthony Signs.
He's okay. But still, again, hard to bring Trey Martin down. Look at him get 5 yards after the catch just on his own, moving around, missing, making people miss. But there is a flag on the play. Wonder if they threw him out of bounds a little bit too hard this time.
Let's give the opportunity to see it. It looked like Wooster pushed their own player out.
Well, that's what they're calling it.
Unnecessary roughness against themselves.
Wow. I don't that could have gone either way, but I don't know. I sort of enjoy this, not too many flags, letting them play. That one, I can understand it. But needless to say, it's going to help Green going 15 yards.
Penalties not having a huge impact here tonight. Relatively clean game, as Big Mike was just saying. This the biggest so far of the evening. 15-yard variety. And it gets the Bulldogs closer to midfield here now from their own 45. 4 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in the third. As Van Horn starting to find a feel for Martin, and he's starting to feel himself. What a physical runner.
Yes, he is. Big, strong, fast. He's got really good moves. That explains why he has a lot of those yards and touchdowns this year for Green. Oh, my. Look at this score, Brian.
Boy, pouring it on at Arlen Field in Mansfield are the Massillon Tigers all over Big Walnut.
Wow. I didn't see that. I don't think anybody did really. I mean, Massillon's good. They always are.
So it looks like the Massillon Tigers are going to be the competition for the D2 Region 7 Championship next Friday night. It'll be at a location neutral between them and the victor here. Will it be the Bulldogs of Green or the Generals of Wooster? Wooster brings some heat. Quick pass. Shao with the catch. Push backwards. About a yard shy of what they needed, so it's going to be 4th down and short on the way from the 46. And this is a unique part of the field where you probably want to go for it because it's so short, but the punt unit actually is coming on right now, Mike.
Yeah, right. It's just like I guess they're going to want to trust their defense a little bit more, but it definitely is. It could go either way here. You could go for it here, or hard to tell. Because Green has done a couple, looks like they're going for it on 4th down, and then Van Horn to step back and done the little pooch punt. And that didn't work the last time they tried that in the first half.
Well, they'll bring in a running back, and they're going to run that way. Van Horn stacked up at the line, and second effort's not going to get it either. Clearly short of the Generals. D coming through in a big way.
Big time stop there by Wooster. Looked like he had enough to get it, but he didn't. They just held him up. Second effort, like you said, they were able to stop him both times, and they turned the ball over now on downs. Switching the momentum once again.
Been a defensive battle so far here in half number 2 in the third. Generals threw a pick on their previous possession before the Dogs just gave it away there on downs. But a short field here for Drew Becker and company. They capitalized the first time that they had fabulous field position. See if the senior quarterback can come through. Scott Adams lined up behind him. But the blitz comes, and it's going to get it. Michael Shaw got in his face, brought him down.
That's what you want to do, Brian. You know that he makes mistakes if you pressure him. Put him in position where he couldn't even get rid of the ball this time. And a big sack by Green's defense. Excellent job by their defensive line and Shaw putting pressure on him, getting in there. Wow, that's like 2nd and 17, 18. Woo, that's a long way.
Big loss on the sack. Green will just rush 4. They almost get there. Becker throws, and it's complete again. Harpster trying to be a difference maker in this third quarter, reaching for extra yardage, fumbled. The Bulldogs say they have it.
Looks like Worcester's going to keep the ball. It's a great effort by Harpster once again after the catch.
And the referees, too, saying that he did fumble, but the Generals had to recover it there, Mike.
Right. Yeah, because I was wondering if he was down, but they did definitely move the ball where the fumble was recovered, and it must have been covered by the Generals. Brings up a 3rd and short.
3 of 9 on 3rd down tonight are the Generals.
Big key of the game.
They keep it on the ground. Actually, great looking play action in Harpster. His 4th catch in the 3rd quarter. Wrestled down, and he's got just enough to move the chains. With all the double teams now being shaded over to Micah McKee. Number 14, finding some space, Mike, and Becker's finding him.
Stepping it up here in the second half, and it was an excellent play-action pass. Like you and I both thought they had run the ball. And able to pass it off to Harpster, and Harpster just enough to get the 1st down for the Generals.
He's over 500 yards receiving on the year, closing in on 60 grabs. He comes in motion. Fake it to him. Adams comes near side, cuts back to the middle. Falls forward across the 40-yard line for a pickup of 4.
Good run for Adams. He's been picking holes out of nowhere here in the second half, getting some good yardage, increasing that 60 yards he had in the first half. Just enough to mix it up enough and see how Green's defense can hold here. 2nd and 7.
Could be the final play here of the 3rd quarter. Becker straight back, trying to set up the screen. Adams lost the football. They're going to say incomplete. It was certainly moving around on the contact. Here's another good look at it.
I thought he had it. Well, maybe not. He was juggling a little bit. That could go either way. I can see that.
In the NFL, they say you have to make a quote-unquote football move for it to matter, and it didn't look like he had the opportunity there. Hit basically right as he squeezed it.
Yeah. Interesting. Call could have gone either way, definitely, so kudos to the referees.
Trips to Becker's right. Adams the lone back. Across the middle, looking for McKee. 3 guys on him this time. Fits it in a tight window. And that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd. No score in that 3rd frame as we head to the 4th with Green on top, 14-7.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Money time on the way here on the OH Report. 4th quarter action just about set to begin. Wooster with the football, knocking on the door, trying to tie things here in the D2 Region 7 Semifinals. I'm Brian Skronsky along Big Mike Thompson, streaming to you live and free. Not on a toaster, Mike, even though things are heating up around here.
Yeah, definitely. Turned into a great ball game here.
So thanks for tuning in, Becca. And everybody else dropping us lines in the comment section. As Adams right up the gut for a gain of 2.
I tell you, I've seen a big adjustment at halftime with the Green defense against the run. Adams had some bigger holes in the first half, and he's just trying to find a hole now here in the second half. So good job by the Bulldog defense to make that adjustment. Brings up 2nd and long, so that's what they want. Adams total of 70 yards now rushing. And Becker's up to 132 passing for Wooster. Total.
Whistle's going to blow this play dead before it has a chance to start because the Generals have taken a timeout. Their first here of the second half. Want to let you folks know that tonight's high school football broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Silvestri Construction. Have a project in mind? Let them help you along the way to make it a reality. Get a free estimate at silvestri.construction. Arrow Accounting Company, moving your business forward. Book affordable services at arrowaccountingco.com. ProTouch, vehicle protection. From steam cleaning to buffering and waxing, their team of professionals will take care of your ride inside and out. Located at 4653 Cleveland Road in Worcester. Simonson Construction, from concept to completion, they can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. And by Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers, you can get a free quote online anytime at whitakerwealth.com to start planning your future today. Worcester 203 yards of offense, 93 of them in the third quarter. And they've got the football here in the fourth. A lot of pressure in Becker's face. He's got to evade the pocket, and it's in and out of the hands. It's going to fall incomplete. Looked like Koblenz was going to haul it in, and then when he went to the ground, Mike just couldn't squeeze that puppy.
And that would have been a big play, Brian, because it was a great job by Becker not forcing it, not making a bad throw, getting out in the run and finding Koblenz open and unable to grab it. That would have been enough for a first down, but, man, kudos to Becker for not forcing one in on that one and making a good play. Just incomplete pass. Bulldogs defense definitely getting to Becker more in the second half, putting a lot more pressure on him.
Harpster motions into the slot. The play action to Adams. Throwing and almost picked off again. Boy, Alex Neff has been a nuisance in the secondary tonight for Green.
Yeah, that was just good defense on Neff's part. He saw the ball coming and jumped in front of the receiver, got there first, able to knock it down and make it an incomplete pass. Just a good job, I think, by number 15 of the Bulldogs. Get that out of here, he said.
Undercuts Williams to make the play. And now fourth down coming up here for Woo. 0 for 3 on fourth downs tonight, Mike.
Oh, wow. And you can sense the excitement on both sides of the field on this play.
Fans up on their feet here on the home side for the Bulldogs. Trying to cheer their defense. Instead, they're going to go up top. It's going to be McKee, bobbled, and it falls down to the ground. Incomplete. Simmer came over with the help. Martin with the coverage.
Excellent job by Simmer to get in there, and Blake knocked that down, fourth down, turn the ball over on downs. We got some people watching us here tonight at OH Reports, Brian.
Almost 1,900 plus all tuning in. And we love hearing from you guys. Drop us lines in the comment section. Let us know who you're cheering for. We always love to hear also, where are you watching from?
Yeah.
Oftentimes, we get emails and people write us on our Facebook and let us know that they're so happy they were able to watch a relative play because of our stream out of state or out of country. And that one, intended for Trey Martin, could have been a big one.
Yeah, underthrown. But the flea flicker, they tried something fancy right off the bat, but not working. Good defense by Wooster. A little underthrown. Or who knows what Trey Martin would have done with it. Bring up second down for Green. Green not able to do much here offensively here in the second half. We'll see if they can get something going here from their own 30.
The Generals defense has kept that genie in the bottle, if you will, by kind of clogging up Martin in his space going deep. He had the 2 big catches in the first half. His first 2 both went for scores. Since then, it's been a bunch of short passes, but this is going to help. Quinn Swimmer.
Man.
Got the handoff and just bursting through the middle.
28-yard gain for Simmer. Big run for the offense. Get that momentum going and get this drive continue going into Worcester territory here to start the fourth quarter. Excellent moves by Simmer. A lot of speed, too.
Love the play design. They haven't done that here tonight. They're looking for him again here on first down. Flag comes in. False start. So the Dogs will back up 5. One more look at the big run from Simmer. Love the vision and the cutback. The offensive line getting to the second level too. Playing some nice blocks to get him into the secondary as he bursts into general territory.
This is the 4th penalty on Green.
And it backs him up here to the 47-yard line. Van Horn standing tall like a statue in the pocket. Very little movement before he unloads. Was looking for Shaw, and it was tipped away. Coverage applied by Harpster.
Yeah, it looked like it should have been caught by Shaw, but unable to pull it down. And that big run that Simmer had, that was his 4th run for 64 yards now on the ground for Simmer, so that's definitely going to help Green.
Yeah,
Can
it's
they
tough
keep
to
the
be
momentum?
Fully one-dimensional, Mike. If
Absolutely.
you're just going to drop back and throw every single time.
Especially at this phase of the playoffs. This is where you have to be two-dimensional.
Generals collapse the pocket, but it's Simmer coming open in the secondary.
Nice big move on 3rd down and long and able. I think, yep, they're moving the chains. He was able to get that first down.
Check it out here on our Pro Touch replay. See Wooster bringing the blitz from the top.
Good
Almost
pocket.
got to him off the edge,
Yep.
but nice blocking.
Just enough time to get the ball off, find Zimmer, and first down Bulldogs.
Quick throw to the outside. Not a lot there that time.
And we've been talking about adjustments by both teams, shutting down the big major player for Green. So now Zimmer and Harpster taking over effectively in the second half for their two teams. It's interesting how both teams are doing the same adjustments against the other team.
Chess match going on here in the second half between both of these outstanding coaching staffs as they set up the screen for
Look
Martin.
out.
He's got to come all the way here near side. Throws a stiff arm, still on his feet. Trey Martin breaking across the 20-10 and into the end zone. Phenomenal stuff right there, number 3. Whoa.
That is a stud. That wide receiver is exciting to watch. Takes one play, a nice little simple play across the middle, and turns it into a big touchdown. Man, what a big time run there after the catch, and huge momentum for the Bulldogs.
All 3 Green touchdowns tonight, courtesy of number 3, Trey Martin. Each of them with some big yak.
Trey for Trey. I get it. Okay.
PAT is through.
Man, what an amazing catch and run. Looked like at least 4 Generals could have had him, brought him down, but nope. He just, the finesse that he has to make people, look at that move. Oh, that was incredible right there. Putting a nice little spin move, just a stop and go, and next thing you know, he's in the end zone. Got some good blocking downfield from his offensive counterparts there. Bulldogs. He's going to tell you how it was right there, man. That's how I did it. I stepped over that guy.
It was all about making that move in the backfield. The guy was coming off the edge. For the Generals, you'd like to see him stay wide and force him back to the middle where he had a whole bunch of friends. Instead, Martin shook him out of his shoes.
Went around the corner.
Bullets to the edge.
Impressive play. Impressive.
See Vicky chiming in from Chicago. She liked
All
that
right.
TD. Jeremy says goal Bulldogs. Crystal still cheering on Woo. And Luke says, Quinn Swimmer's kid got speed, baby.
Yeah.
Saw it on that last drive. On the return, here come the Generals with Williams. And he's got a decent run back. But time's starting to run out here for Wooster. They're going to need some positive plays and certainly cash in for some points.
Yeah, that last drive for Green was impressive. Long chunk of time and chunk of yardage to really go up 2 scores at this point of the game. That's a big boost for them, and that's really puts Wooster in a hole.
Becker pressured almost immediately. Runs to the far side, pushed out of bounds into his own bench. Might have got one.
Yeah, that's one of the big things about this Green defense here in the second half. They have been pressuring Becker and really putting a lot of pressure on him. He's still able to get some good passes off, but most of the time they're harassing him. And now they're to the point where he doesn't even have time to throw.
4 wide to the each side here for Becker as they now bring Harpster into the slot. In and out of the hands of McKee. He was right at the first down marker, too.
You just don't see that very often. McKee dropped one. Yeah, no pressure. Just dropped it.
Throw was on target there from Becker.
3rd and 10.
Single safety up top for Green. Now they'll drop back Neff as Becker drops back, and he'll fire. This time McKee's got the catch. Tripped up by Simmer. And making up for the drop on 3rd down.
Able to get the first down on that one. Good protection this time, barely. Just enough time to get into the pocket and get the pass off to McKee. And good job by McKee hanging on this one. Just forget about that one you just dropped. You know, you wide receivers, you can't remember those. Just go for the next one.
Four wide receivers split up top. McKee, the lone wide out down to the bottom. Becker's going to loft it out down the far sideline. Hopster with the catch, and he's going to go all the way into the zone for a Wooster General touchdown. 52 yards on the connection.
Look at the speed that Harpster put on at the end of that play. Amazing job. Excellent pass by Becker. Been back and forth all night, Brian, making an excellent pass, excellent throw, catch, touchdown. Wooster right back in this game.
Just the 3rd touchdown catch of the season for Harpster. None bigger, of course, than this one. Look at him turn on the burners behind the D and coast into the zone for a huge 6-burger here for the Generals, trying to close it down to a 7-point game. And they will with the kick after a high snap. And just like that, 21-14, Wooster right back into this ball game, Mike.
They answered the phone. They answered that. That's the way you want to answer a touchdown by Green. Come right back, march down the field, and a big touchdown reception by Harpster, showing some speed there at the end.
And the General showing some guts by picking up that phone on the other end. Sometimes it's scary, Mike, after you're down by 2 scores. It's late in the game now. Pressure's on.
You see what you're made out of. You really do. You're right. It's a scary thing, and, man, they did a good job of answering it, getting right back into this game. Now we'll see what's the Green Bulldogs going to do. How are they going to answer that?
Great game that we have here on hand for you guys.
Stay with us, guys. This is going to be fun. I believe we do have a final, that Massillon Big Walnut game.
And that one never even close. They've had a running clock going as this one chipped and backs up like a pitching wedge. Out of bounds, though.
Yeah.
So the Dogs going to start with the rock at the 30.
I mean, that was a good effort. It just didn't – the result wasn't what they wanted, but it really took them by surprise. It took Green by surprise a little bit because – that was a live ball. That could have been Worcester's ball, but it went out of bounds on them.
And another result taking you a little bit by surprise, I'd say. The
Wow.
goose egg for Big Walnut. Thought they'd be competitive tonight.
Absolutely.
Massillon came in. Great team, of course, the number 4 seed, but so battle-tested. What an incredible game they put on tonight.
That's a statement right there. That's just a statement saying Massillon Tigers are going to have to be reckoned with here in Division II.
So Massillon awaits the winner of this game that we got going on right here. Will it be Van Horn and company? They'll get a shot at him. He's going to take a shot as he's dropped down from the backside. Michael Homan Williams coming in for the sack.
157 tackles coming into this game, showing you why right there. He's the leader for the Wooster Generals. Excellent progress to catch Van Horn and bring him down for a loss.
And you saw he actually made his blitz late.
Yeah.
Had to shed off a blocker on the outside, that being Antonio Martin, and then dropped him for a big loss.
Big-time sack for Wooster here. Makes it second. It's about 17.
That one too tall. A diving Jackson Williams. Couldn't corral it.
How many of those have we seen from both teams tonight, man, where it's often somebody tipped up, somebody should have picked it off and didn't, and wow. Game of inches, man.
And lucky there, the Quinn swimmer actually got a piece of that one. Otherwise, it looked like McKee was going to get 2 hands on it. So the Dogs facing a 3rd down situation. 3 of 9 for them tonight. Play clock still at 23. It seems like it should be lower, but that's just because they haven't been huddling it all tonight.
That's right. That's true.
And he's going to go deep, near side. Coverage there by Harpster. And Shaw, slow to get up. Maybe he's just frustrated.
Yeah, I was wondering if there's a little bit of connection there. Looks like Harpster. No, he was going for the ball. Looks a clear shot. Good no call, in my opinion, but just a tough play to get captured. Bring in the 3rd down, been a 1st down, so now it brings up 4th down.
Generals D pulling off a 3 and out right after the big score. Punt comes out sideways. Takes a Wooster hop.
Oof.
And down at the 48, late flag comes in.
Huh.
No, I'm sorry. It was just that orange marker. Gosh, they
got to get rid of those.
Make them blue or something.
Absolutely.
I don't get it.
Neon green or something. That looks way too much like a flag. Is that true that Adam, our producer, showed us that somebody in the Middle East is watching us right now?
International is what we've gone here on the OH Report, reaching across oceans.
Bahrain.
Over borders.
I believe I'm going to take the credit for that because Big Mike's on the air.
Nobody draws an international crowd quite like Big Mike right here in Canal Fulton, Ohio.
And bring me some international food, too. I'll eat it.
See what kind of flavor Wooster brings to the table here with the football back, coming off of the scoring drive. Becker's got Adams behind him. Harpster on the move. But he's looking for it all. McKee running into the safety. Boy, I don't know how that's not a flag.
I don't know. It looked like they must have thought Zimmer was going for the ball. Zimmer's get up slowed, too. He's gimpy. But it sort of looked like he
well, Zimmer certainly made contact before the ball got there. I don't think it matters if you're looking for it or not.
All right. I mean, I know they're saying we're probably going to say he had a right to go for the ball, but it didn't look that way, did it? Wow.
So Micah has, I think, a qualm to be upset there.
I think so.
As it'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Becker surveys, throws, and the slant off the hands there of McKee. Just got the left on it.
Yeah.
And it's quickly 3rd down.
Yeah, it looked like that throw was pretty far behind him. It would have been a tough catch to make, but sort of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit there, but see if they can keep the momentum going or not. 3rd and 10 for the Generals. Yeah. I see the replay, and I'm like, well, maybe that could have been caught. He put a little zing on it.
Perhaps McKee heard the footsteps a little bit. Gave it the one-handed try instead of the two. Becker steps up, throws near side. Harpster lost his footing out of the break. That falls incomplete. 3 straight passes hit the floor for Becker. 4th down and 10 coming up.
This one's some credit to the defense. They collapsed the pocket right in front of Becker on that one, so maybe it got enough to throw it off a little bit. But good defense on that one for Green, and it brings up 4th down.
Looked like Harpster was complaining and thought that maybe Jack Shaw got a piece of his jersey on his way out of his break. I saw him stumble a bit. Punt on the way here from Andrew Rader. And the General's going to down this thing inside the 10. Might even roll a little bit more. Touchdown at the 8. Make it the 7.
Man, that's a big-time punt right there. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the game. Green way back in their own side of the field now.
Want to welcome in Kelsey, watching from Florida here tonight.
From Florida? Well, ain't that cool? I bet they're a little bit warmer weather down there than what we're having here tonight.
Chris Weaver Austin says, come on, Wooster defense. Let's see what they're able to do back on the field here after a quick 3-and-out. They forced the Dogs into a 3-and-out on their previous possession, but they're opening up with a big hole here on the left side and close to moving the chains after just one play.
Mr. Van Horn again. Some nifty moves himself from the quarterback this time. Get a nice gain on 1st down.
Looks like he picked up 9.5. Well, actually, a favorable spot here on this near side. So they're going to switch it to a 1st down.
Oh, wow. 1st and 10.
There's Shaw, the wide out here to the left side. They bring Simmer across. Simmer lowers his head, and he banks forward for about 8.
Impressive speed on that one by Simmer, getting around the corner, making it all the way down there for 8 yards, getting another 1st down. Nope, just a little bit short of the 1st down. Good job of running around the end. Big run there. 2 big runs in a row for Green, backed way up into their own side of the field, and now they get out there, getting out past the 20, almost to the 25-yard line now.
A weapon they've unleashed at times during the season is to bring Martin as their premier runner in 4th quarter time. It's been Simmer tonight. He's got the give again. Falling forward across the 30. So another fresh set here on the way for the Bulldog offense.
Yeah, another nice run. Easy 1st down, pickup of 6 on that one. Just nice play calling now by the Bulldogs, mixing up and getting another nice drive going. Taking some time off the clock, too, is what you want to do when you have a 7-point lead.
Over halfway through the 4th quarter now. Bulldogs looking to punch their ticket to the regional championship to take on the Massillon Tigers. First down and 10, Simmer in motion. Van Horn not going very far, and he might have lost it. The Wooster sideline certainly felt like they did.
Acting like it, but the referees don't seem to be agreeing with him.
Check out the Pro Touch replay here, Mike. What do you see?
They were finally able to stop the run on this drive. He was up. He was up for quite a while. It was hard to tell where the ball was at when he finally hit the ground.
Yeah, you can't see if it's loose from that angle, but he definitely didn't look like he was down, Mike. See more viewers from outside of the Buckeye State. Lauren watching from El Paso, Texas.
Oh, Wow.
And the latest from Jim Otto cheering on the Bulldogs. So keep the comments coming, folks. We love them. Simmer. Wow, somehow was able to escape 3 Wooster defenders, but then the whole second wave came crashing down on him.
That was impressive he was able to get as far back as he did, because that was some good defensive pressure by Wooster on that play. Nice spin by Zimmer, though. 3rd and long, though.
Yeah, that's an important play right here for both sides. For the Bulldogs, obviously a first down huge. Keep that time running. And for Wooster, starting to run out of that valuable precious second, so you need to get your offense back on the football field. Play clock down to 2. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout here, Mike. And we'll use this time to take a look at, boy, what a good-looking camera guy that we have. Garrett Parlett, one of the original members of the OH crew. Let's go back up top and check him out. Hey, G-Man.
Good to see you, Garrett.
Always willing to brave the weather for us. One of the members of the OH Report video podcast that you can watch every single Monday at about 4 o'clock. Also merged now with the Friday Night Pigskin, so action from tonight's game and every high school football game that we cover on the weekend. You can see a recap and some breakdowns with special guests, coach analysis, all sorts of great stuff live on the OH Report right around 4 o'clock every week. Maybe we get you on as a guest sometime, Big Mike.
Absolutely, I'd love to. You guys do a great job. I love watching it as a fan, just watching you guys on the phone, listen to you guys talk, and this is the kind of game you always enjoy having when you got a game like this that's been back and forth, and whoever's going to get it and keep momentum has truly been a lot of fun here tonight. I'm glad you invited me back, Brian. This has been a blast.
Certainly got your eyes peeled for a big one here, Mike. One of the biggest downs of the game on the way, too. Empty set. Blitz coming. Van Horn's got to break the pocket, and he's got the first down and more. Hit just before he got to midfield. What a decision that time by Trevor Van Horn. Felt the heat, and he got out the kitchen.
Super job by Van Horn. Going back to pass, instant pressure by Wooster. Of course, there comes Howman Williams, the main tackler for Wooster, putting pressure on him. Van Horn able to find the hole, pick up the first down easy, get all the way to the 49-yard line, first down, with now under 3 minutes to go here in the game. You always see the leaders stepping up in a big game at a big time.
3-year starter under center Trevor Van Horn. Looking to keep his senior season, postseason alive, and Schwibber probably going to help. Quentin Simmer to the outside, racing inside of the 13-yard line.
Bringing it home for the Bulldogs. An excellent run by Simmer. Stayed in bounds as he comes back in. Good job by Simmer. All the way down to the 12, 13-yard line. First down, Green, with 2:27 to go.
And that might start driving the first nail here into the coffin of the Wooster Generals. Back-to-back playoff wins for the number 14 seed, the highest remaining seed still available in the OHSAA playoffs in any
all
division.
Divisions. Yeah.
So they've definitely defied the odds getting here. And for Wooster, 3 straight seasons they got into the playoffs and were bounced in the first round. So of all those teams to get in, this was the one that was able to make a nice deep run into the postseason, but it could be coming to a close here. We'll see.
It's a really excellent season. You go 5-5 in the regular season, and then you get caught. You just get a little hot at the right time, a little spark there, and you play 3 excellent playoff football games. And you call a timeout.
Second timeout for the Generals here in the half. So they've got one more in their back pocket. 2:03 to go. Second down on the way. So for the Green Bulldogs, they can still pick up a first down inside the 4-yard line. And they've had a nice balanced attack here of late, Mike.
Yeah.
89 rush yards for them, 285 through the air. They're closing in on 400 total for the game.
Oh, wow.
374 to be exact.
Very nice, and the mix-up has been very good, especially here in the fourth quarter, been able to switch around from the run to the pass.
Slow to get back to play.
No,
what do you need to tell me, Mike? It seems like we got time.
Well, just whatever happens the rest of this game, this has been exciting. Both teams playing tough, making adjustments as the counter like a boxing match, counter punch after counter punch for the whole game. It's been a lot of fun as a spectator watching this and seeing how they make adjustments and trying to make the big play.
Generals have not done a great job adjusting to this, the jet sweep, but they will here.
That time.
Quinn Simmer coughed it up.
Now they're saying it's a fumble.
Generals got it, Mike, and boy, what drama if that's true.
I didn't even see it, but they kept moving.
Wooster just ran out of there with the football, and they've got it. Possession back with the Generals. Seth Chamberlain came away from the bottom of the pile with it. And we're going to be in for a crazy finish. Let's look at it on the Pro Touch replay. Fighting for extra yards is Simmer, and there it is.
Yeah, he took it from him while he was still moving forward. That is a fumble.
One more look.
Like, never give up. See number 5 there, yank it out, and come around, and then.
So the junior linebacker pries it out of the hands of Simmer. Pulls it in for a huge takeaway. The offense back on the field. 2-minute drive on the way.
Here we go, folks. Wooster is not done yet.
Bulldogs want to talk things over. They'll shed a TO.
Let's make sure we're all on the same page, guys. Don't want to make a mistake now, so I totally understand that kind of timeout.
The way this game has gone, so fitting that it would come down to Drew Becker with the football, Mike.
Oh,
get a
yeah.
chance to drive down the field and maybe take this baby into overtime with a big touchdown drive.
Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde is what I'm thinking of right now. Which one is going to show up for the quarterback of Wooster? Just been having some tremendous passing, throwing some great passing, including the touchdown pass to McKee in the first half, and then some passes that he shouldn't have thrown, that should have been intercepted. A couple of them were, but a lot of them that were way high. So stay tuned. We're about to find out what's going to happen here in the last minute 52 of this ball game.
Final chapter of the game, perhaps. Becker throwing and completing. On target there for Carson Koblenz.
Yep. Good pass right where you want it, Brian, to keep this drive moving. Good pickup. About 6 yards on the pass play, so it'll be about 2nd and 4.
Took 20 seconds off the clock, though, as Becker throws. There's contact there in the slot. Flag never comes out. Jackson Williams certainly pleading for one.
Yeah,
Tight
he wanted
coverage
it.
By Shaw.
Williams wanted a flag. I didn't see any. Could have been. First time I've really seen Williams, though, that demonstrative about a call that he didn't get. So that brings up 3rd down, Brian. Man, you can just feel the excitement in this stadium.
Becker feels the pressure, throws to McKee, big face mask. Wow, that's going to be a 15-yarder.
Plus, it was a completion. Would have been enough for a first down, and then you had 15 to it. Excellent grab by McKee with his face mask being torn the other way.
Look at this, folks.
What a catch. And oh, man, now that's a serious face mask.
Little eye gouge there.
Yeah, I'm going to say
to the ground.
It's something that he hung onto the ball, to be honest with you. Excellent job for McKee. He's back out there in the huddle. He's seems to be all right. I know where I'd be. I'd be in traction right now.
That kid's so tough. I'm sure that he's perfectly okay with what just happened for the extra 15.
Yep.
On the move to the 46-yard line. Becker steps up, throws middle into traffic, tipped up, incomplete. Williams the intended target, but look at all the guys in black jerseys
I
around.
know. And they all wanted that ball. They were going for it. Man, it was another one of those that shouldn't have put it there. But he gets away that he gets to have another chance. Staring him down, too. He was looking that way the whole time. Oh, nice defense by 24. But still, well-covered receiver on that one.
Clock stopped at $1:05.
Oof.
Becker throws across the middle. Dropped. Williams probably didn't want to catch it anyways. Would have been a gain of about 2 as he just got planted down on the turf.
By Shaw. And I think Shaw thought he got it because he continued to go with the whole tackle even though the ball was gone. And it's like, wow, you didn't catch that? So, incomplete pass brings up 3rd and 10. It's going to come down to the last play, Brian. Man, this is exciting. This is what high school football is all about right here, man.
Got to get some yards right here, though, on 3rd. Green brings some heat. They throw it behind McKee, and it's picked
Mr.
off.
Martin.
Trey Martin.
Mr. Trey Martin.
Started the sizzle of the night with 2 big touchdowns. Now he's going to close it out, put out the flame, and put out Wooster for the season. Bulldogs going to march on.
Outstanding play by Trey Martin. Could see the ball was reading Becker right before McKee got to it. He jumps in front of it and takes it away from McGee. And then I tell you, excellent play, excellent defense by Martin. And that is it. Excellent job by Green Bulldogs.
And for Drew Becker, that's probably the pass that you want to throw. Back shoulder there for McKee. It's just a better defensive play by the star on the other side. The senior Trey Martin undercuts it to put the baby to bed.
We were wondering which one we'd see, and it wasn't one of his worst passes of the night. It was close, but a good play by Martin to take it away and get the interception, and that'll be it for the Wooster Generals. And one heck of a job tonight, though. I mean, they were in this the whole way, played a very tough game. They made mistakes. Green made mistakes. They kept bouncing back from the mistakes. Both teams, just a lot of fun to watch this game tonight.
One more nil down is going to punch the Dogs' ticket into the regional championship. Elite 8 status for the Green Bulldogs. And for the Generals
Bulldogs
of Worcester, their season going to come to a close. 7 wins, 6 losses. But right now, it's kind of just more about the excitement for Green.
Yeah. It's been a wonderful game. They played hard. Like I said, both teams made mistakes. They bounced back from those mistakes. They didn't let it knock them down. It could have been a blowout, any time during this game.
But that's your star. That is going to be our Arrow Accounting Company player of the game. No question about it. Trey Martin was the star of stars on full display, offense, defense. Basically never came off the field. Big reason why the Bulldogs are going to move on to face the Massillon Tigers to decide who will play in the state Final Four. We're going to step aside. We'll be back with the Simonson Construction postgame here from Canal Fulton. Stay with us.
guy works his way near the goal line, stretches out, and Grant Barrett is in.
Hi, I'm John Mark Young, a financial advisor and owner with Whitaker Myers Wealth Managers. Whitaker Myers Group has been a local trusted advisor since 1869, serving families in Ashland, Richland, and Wayne counties. We believe in the financial freedom and power of living debt-free. With offices in Ashland, Mansfield, Wooster, Columbus, and South Carolina, we have advisors that are ready to help you begin your journey to financial success. Visit our website at www.whitakerwealth.com to learn more and schedule a meeting.
Man, what should I listen to on the OH Report today?
Dude, listen to the Friday Night Pigskin. You got highlights and scores from all around the area.
The OH Report podcast has more than just football.
No, listen to the Pigskin. The Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin. Pigskin.
Podcast.
Pigskin.
Why not
Podcast.
both?
Pigskin.
Podcast.
Dude, clean your ears out, man.
Bro, there's so much space in here.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Oh my goodness, what a catch!
Exciting regional semifinal football game here tonight at Northwest Canal Fulton. Hope you had your heart medication handy. Bulldogs fans jubilant with a 21-14 win over the Generals. Trey Martin, the star of stars, 3 touchdowns, all of them for the Bulldogs, plus the game-clinching interception. Brian Skronsky, Big Mike Thompson with you here on the Simonson Construction post-game. Let's pull up the final stats of the night, Big Mike, and a lot of pass yards in the game for the Bulldogs, but then they started getting the rushing game going. That, my friend, was the difference in the second half.
Absolutely. I totally agree on that. That really made the difference. It confused Wooster enough that Green had quite a few marching down the field drives in the second half, just not able to score on any of them except one, and that was enough to win the game. But kudos to the Green offense and their defense, too, just enough to hold off Wooster for 14 points.
Worcester battled until the very end. They made enough plays to be in the ball game, Mike. But when it came down to making the plays when they needed to, the execution just wasn't there. They weren't ever able to really put a scare in the Bulldogs, who led from start to finish.
Yeah, and it was like you felt like it was anybody's game, but Green did just enough, adjusted from their mistakes more than Worcester adjusted from theirs. And a big part of it is our player of the game, 285 yards passing for Green Bulldogs. Almost 200 of that went to Trey Martin.
Right.
And most of that in like 3 plays. So it's like impressive how the big play really did it in for Worcester tonight and really was successful for Green.
Oh, it's almost like that would be a key, right?
Somebody said that in the key. Wow.
How about that? So the explosive plays for the Bulldogs end up putting them up over the top. Our Travis Barty's going to have an interview with Trey Martin coming up here in just a couple of minutes. You see him down there talking to some other media pundits, and our guys standing by looking to get that exclusive one-on-one live and free here on the OH Report. While we're waiting for him, Big Mike, let's put a bow on the season here for the Worcester Generals, okay? I mean, this is a team that no OCC championship this year.
Nope.
They play in a conference, of course, against mostly smaller schools, so when they get a chance to come into tournament competition, sometimes not fully ready for the challenge. They were bounced in the first round the last 3 years. They did make a nice, juicy run here, 2 playoff wins, but it's all about Trey Martin and the Bulldogs, who are going to be moving on. He's our Arrow Accounting Company player of the game.
Here with our Arrow Accounting Company MVP, Trey Martin. You did it all tonight. 9 catches, 202 yards, 3 touchdowns. Oh, and you had the game-ending interception as well. Just first off, the offensive side, what were you able to see in Worcester's defense that you were able to take advantage of?
Honestly, our coaches saw the middle of the field was open a lot of times, and our coach trusts me a lot when I'm in space to make plays and do what I'm supposed to do. And Trevor, amazing balls in the middle of the open field, and I was able to catch them and move and go on.
Defensively, you only gave up 14 points. Bend but not break. Worcester got...
It's the best coverage you can have, and our D-line was getting pressure like it was their job.
They'll get Massillon in the regional...
This is the challenge we've been with. If Green's all about it, and I honestly think we are. I honestly think we're ready for this.
And finally, over 1,000 people watched this game. The OH Report tonight. You want to give any shout-outs to the Green Bulldog Nation? Go ahead.
Green, my community, I love you guys. I'm so glad you guys are supporting us like this, and I can't wait to do this all.
Luck next week against Massillon, our MVP.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys.
All right, thank you, Travis. Great to hear from Trey.
Yeah.
Boy, what a humble kid, and you love how his coach basically laid it all out there for him. Hey, we like our chances when you have the football in your hands.
Yeah.
Can we do that a bunch tonight?
Yeah.
And it worked.
And it was like he said, it was open across the middle in the first half, and Worcester made the adjustments and shut him down for a long period of time there in the second half. And then he was able to get on the outside and make some big moves. But it was just like chess match all night between these two teams, and then Trey Martin come with that big, huge interception at the end to win it for Green.
And that's why he's got the piñata over there as the victor, moving on to get a shot at the Massillon Tigers.
Oy, what a shot, huh?
And yeah, that's a fun prize.
Yeah.
At least you know that you're going to get to play an outstanding program.
Yeah.
38-0 Massillon, a winner tonight.
Wow.
Over Big Walnut, who entered the game undefeated at 12-0. And you look at what Massillon's been able to do during the postseason. They whooped Independence. They put 76 points on them in their tournament opener. They dropped 50 on Westerville South in round 2. And then tonight against Big Walnut, a goose egg for their opponent. They score 38 points. So the Bulldogs might want to strap them up pretty tight next Friday.
Absolutely. That's, like you said, it's good that they're moving on, but man, what a big mountain they got ahead of them next Friday.
Final thoughts tonight on Wooster and what they've been able to do. The number 14 seed, the highest seed in the tournament to get this far, Mike. So you certainly can't be upset if you're Wooster because of the reasons I said right before we heard from Trey. They've been getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs, had not won in the postseason since 2014.
Yeah.
So they did something that no team in 7 years has been able to accomplish. So I think that they got to be pretty proud of what they were able to do, just squeezing their way, bailing into the postseason, and they made the most of it.
Absolutely. You just got to be proud of them for that. They should hold their heads up high. I mean, especially the seniors. Way to go out. giving it your best. What would you have to lose? You could tell by the confidence when they went down there in Olentangy and beat them in the first round. They're like, hey, we're playing with house money now. We're not supposed to be here. We'll just give it what we got. And it was successful. And it was successful tonight, although, like you said, they never led this game. They were in it until the last minute and a half of the game.
They wrap up their season at 7-6. The Dogs pick up win number 10, and they are moving on to week number 14. Coming up on Sunday here on the OH Report, we are going to have some District All-Star Soccer. Girls at 11 a.m., the boys at 1. You can catch that live and free. The best players in the district, in the local Mansfield area, are going to take on the best players in the Sandusky Bay Conference.
Ooh.
Fun afternoon of soccer on hand, Mike.
Well, I tell you, this has been fun here tonight, getting to see some of my old friends from the Mansfield days and getting to call an exciting, fun game, and just always great to do things like this with you and with high school football. It's always a blast.
Well, appreciate you jumping back onto the mic with me, Big Mike. And thank you guys out there for watching, but that's going to wrap up our coverage here from Northwest High School. Boy, what a game we had for you guys. The Green Bulldogs with a 21-14 win over Wooster. Big thank you to our incredible staff, including our producer, Adam Thompson, for making us look good, always building all the great graphics, switching, making sure the audio is on point. Our camera folks out there, Storm Blunchley down on the field, Garrett Parlett up top. We call them the dynamic duo here on the OH Report. Travis Berardi getting us some stats, getting us a post-game interview as well. And our very generous sponsors, Whitaker Myers, Simonson Construction, Pro Touch, Arrow Accounting Company, and Silvestri Construction. Appreciate each of you guys all coming together on short notice. I had no sponsor commitments at 10 a.m. this morning, Mike. They all jumped on pretty late in the day to make sure that we could have this live and free for all of you folks.
Thank you guys very much.
And thank you, Big Mike, for joining us.
My pleasure.
That's Mike Thompson. I'm Brian Skoronsky. Thanking you for watching here tonight. But guess what? The playoffs roll along tomorrow. 3 games will be live for you guys on the OH Report, featuring the Lucas Cubs, Crestview Cougars, and the East Knox Bulldogs. Tune in then. Kickoff at 7 p.m. But for now, tonight from Canal Fulton, we are out of here.